And we are live. Hopefully my mic is working. It is episode 863. Ladies and gentlemen, Crypto!
It's a sheep talking. Island boy. DJ. Shout out to the Island Boys. Hey, it's Island Boys. This goes out to Island Boys Shay, Crypto, BlackSheep, and the DJ Protocol community.
Oh, BlackSheep Show!
It's a sheep token going to the moon. Yeah. Drip hops and poles gonna make us all rich.
What's up, guys?
DJ Protocol.
All right. Happy Wednesday. It is Westy Wednesday. She is cuddled up next to me, giving me no space on my chair. So here we go. Hopefully we don't get robbed today. Some malicious contracts. Revoke your permissions, guys. That's all I can say. Finished off last month with 22,000 with the little rug at the from ARC there. Well, it wasn't from ARC, but they stole my ARC money. Hex boner donor, yeah. Nice. Glad I got a bag. A nice fat bag. Shit, we're going to 10 cents. It's gonna go straight to 10 cents. What up?
Nothing. What up with you?
Shit. Chilling.
So no missing money today?
No wreck Tuesday. Got fucking I got missing money Monday, yeah.
It's Wednesday, brother.
I know. It's fucking Westy Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Well, yesterday was wreck Tuesday because I got Jewed by that contract.
Me too.
Yeah.
Hey, are you promoting shine papers, like the gold 24 karat gold leaf papers?
No, this is shine like moonshine.
Fuck out of here and shit. Not fuck around.
It's a moonshine. This is a moonshine. I don't remember which company it is.
Since I got wrecked yesterday, I'm going to double my withdrawal today to make up for it.
Hey, Sheik, do me a favor. Can you send me that clip of Richard Hart saying the sheep token? I tried to show somebody that. I couldn't find it.
Okay.
I asked Shane for it. Shane told me, fuck off.
No, I didn't. Nah, asshole. I said, get your tiny little midget ass over there and ask the sheep. That's what I said. Oh.
Yeah, I gotta refill a little bit pretty soon. I'm getting close.
Fuck, I'm scared to put anything in that in my wallet now.
Get it.
Hey, didn't nobody threw away that D&D coin, right? They just got rid of the contract.
Because
I that D&D coin, I didn't go looking for it, but I saw it on the blockchain when I was looking at the scan.
Oh, what the fuck, dude? Are you serious right now?
What happened?
Oh, I didn't cash it out. I didn't cash it out yet. Okay.
Yeah. Approved.
I was
what happened?
Oh man, I was fucking sweating bullets there for a minute.
Oh shit.
Oh man. All right. Yeah, I'm still a little.
I can tell.
Yeah.
I know. I was scared too. I was like, no,
from yesterday. Holy shit! I'm gonna do a little tiny sell at first just to make sure.
Well, you didn't you do one yesterday and tested it like $10?
I did. What do you call it? Yeah. Well, yeah. I sent $10 to the wallet, or I sold $10 of USDC to BUSD. Who that had me scared? I forgot. I didn't fucking sell it. Yeah. Pulse ain't gonna give us fuck you money. Yep. Everybody except Shane.
Yep. I hope it does give you guys fuck you money.
I think Mancha got fucked from the revoked money grab. Oh, did he? Oh shit. Yeah, everybody got fucked, man. Like anybody that was degenning fucking BSCX contracts got fucked.
2 years ago, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I made a lot more than they just stole from me off of it. So, and I mean, what can you do? I mean, there's no point in bitching and complaining about it. It just sucks.
Yeah, it should be good. Yeah, because I tested it last night. I didn't get into any new contracts since last night, so
yeah,
should be good.
And Joseph, same thing, right? You didn't like somehow try to delete that D&D out of your wallet. You just shut down the access to the contract. Fucking cocksuckers. I wonder if it was the actual team. I'm curious if it was the team behind BSCX or if it was just
it's been a rogue dev. It had to have somebody who had access to the contract to do the modifications.
Like and that's what I was wondering. I wanted to ask Donnie if like
you can't just jump in there and do that shit. I don't think.
Yeah, right. Like a random person couldn't do it, right? You're muted, Ian J. If you're trying to talk to us.
No, if that's the case, then people be getting fucked every day on every contract.
I think.
Okay. Let's see. What time can I sell? Sketchy now, man. Sketchy.
Hey Shane, have you won one of those ARC things yet?
No.
No, I haven't either.
You won one, did you, Sheep? Those ARC airdrops? I thought you won one like the first week or something.
I didn't know. For 32. All right. Like 5 minutes.
Huh? Who in our group won one of those ARC things? They for having the bonds.
Somebody for sure has. I just don't remember who.
Yeah, no. I thought it was somebody real close in the circle.
Farmer John did.
Okay.
He won it once.
That's just crazy now. Price is crazy now, like $1,500-$1,600 every time.
Yep.
All right.
On to the drip. Oh, man of the hour. He made the thumbnail today.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
All
right.
What's up, man?
Florida man did.
Florida man did. Oh, Florida Realtor, yeah.
Yeah, Florida Realtor, yeah.
Yeah, he got it too.
SK did.
Farmer John, I think he won like one of the first weeks. It was small.
Yeah, still, I mean, 100 was a lot in the first week.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Well, what's funny is like, so Binance flagged that address and that D&D coin. Why can't they reverse all the money back out of that account?
So what's the deal with the sheep token now?
Hey, you can put me on bottom. I'm gonna take my camera off so you can note it all up.
We're on Binance Smart Chain now.
Okay.
We're just not officially launched yet.
All right, so I can't migrate anything over yet, then, right?
No, you'll be able to as soon as the contracts are live.
All right, cool. Sounds good.
Yeah, there was some sort of issue when he did the migration for the Degen Donnies, so he's got to fix that before he can migrate this correctly.
Got it.
Yep, we're getting there.
But
How many people we got watching the show tonight? Smash the like button.
We got 11 out there right now.
11.
Woo, smash it up, boys and girls.
Yeah, hit the likes. Let's do it.
Oh, and we're at 13.
You can share your screen if you want to.
Sure. Let's do a little.
Spend your time coming over here.
A little node TA for the evening. All right. So first thing we're going to look at is this Bitcoin cycle. We call this the cycle chart. Cycle chart says Bitcoin is just going to consolidate and then eventually break up by looks like April. Okay, we're going to see this nice parabolic push into next month. Okay. Day-to-day price action might change, but overall direction is up. All right. And that's what we're looking at. And a lot of these altcoins.
But is that a future forecast? Is that what that is?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get this high. I don't think we're going to go to 50K, but I think 35 to 40 range is totally possible if we can get continued price action.
Now, question for you. Does that factor in only just what Bitcoin has done, or does it factor in like the how the whole entire economy is doing right now? Because in about 10 days, where there's going to be a bunch of reports coming out from the feds over the next from like the 6th to the 10th, something like that, and we might see a lot of negative.
so this only really tracks based on, I guess, the previous cycle. I want to say since the 2018 cycle. Okay. And it's just based on the price action and the trajectory of what Bitcoin's done in the past. Okay. All right. It has nothing to do with QT. It has nothing. It doesn't know anything about QT, quantitative tightening, or doesn't know anything about rate hikes. It doesn't know anything about that. Any of that stuff.
It's simply previous history.
That's it. And I will say that in terms of what the exact price, it's not going to follow it exactly to the exact price. Yeah. But it will follow the cycle of Bitcoin. So, when Bitcoin makes tops in November or December, right, and it makes bottoms in the exact year later, that's accurate. Okay. So I think that the market has bottomed out. Okay.
That's where we're at right now, where you're showing.
Well, where this line is today is March 1st. So technically we're right here, right? And Bitcoin's sitting around 23.5 or 4 right now. I don't know what it's doing exactly this
How many years in advance does that show?
It's showing. So it's showing like, we're going to make this like secondary top, and then we're going to have some sort of swan event like we did last time in 2020. We had this COVID crash, like last time. This was the COVID crash. It's calling for some sort of swan event by next year, which makes sense because how else are they going to dump the market, right? They need to crash the market again. But in my opinion, in terms of what the macro is doing, I think we'll have slight rate increases up until about June. And then the Fed's probably going to like slow the interest rate hikes and maybe even pivot. If they pivot, that's going to cause a crash historically about 3 to 6 months later, which would make perfect sense. If they pause or they pivot in like May or June, that means 6 months later, oh man, that's like January, right? So like January, we'll see that crash. And Guess what? It kind of lines up with the cycle because in April, what is the Bitcoin halving, right? And after the halving, what happens after the halving? Moonshot, right? So it's like almost to the T in terms of timing as to what the cycles do. So in terms of the exact price, I don't think we're going to get up this high. It's only projecting this high because Bitcoin's been in upwards trajectory since June or January. It's been going up. So obviously the numbers are going to be a little bit skewed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get on the chart and kind of give you guys an idea of why I think we're going to see continuation.
By the way, guys, I'm sending out a $1,600 airdrop right now too to you guys on in the ARC team.
Oh, nice. All right, so actually Bitcoin's sitting around 23.675 right now on the Bitcoin perp chart, the futures chart. But what I'll do is I'll go to like the Bitcoin index chart, which is the whole chart, the whole shebang. Right. So what's interesting is last time we got these pivots that came in on the monthly chart, we didn't get the pivot here, but we're actually pivoting. So it's really interesting, which is why I think that maybe what we'll do is we'll rip up to where it says equilibrium, which is right around that $34,000 to $35,000 area, right up here. I think that's where we're going to see Bitcoin get to in the next few months. I have no reason not to believe that unless we really start crashing right now, which doesn't look like we're doing that. It looks like we're just consolidating right below this major moving average, right? We're just sitting up here. We're not getting rejected. Your thoughts on CBDC releasing in digital currency, get rid of all current crypto? They're going to try to do that, dude. They're not going to be able to get rid of all crypto. Sorry, they won't. Their goal is to control. Their goal will be to control the crypto market. Not to
What's CBDC?
Central bank digital currency.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't think that's going to happen. We don't have. Okay, so first of all, we don't have. We have the multi-range weekly long that's in. Okay, so every single time we get a weekly long signal, even though, except for maybe like this one right here, which was not so good. It was like the top of this move, but I mean, this isn't going to be perfect, but it catches most of the moves, right? It catches most of the movements, and you can see, this short, even this short was pretty good. This caught a 30% move down. This more recently caught, this 30% move up. This short was really good. This was basically short in the top, right? This was a 67% move down. So like these weekly signals are not something to ignore. We're still long right now. We haven't printed a short signal yet. If we do print a weekly short signal, then we would obviously target, this support here, which is like right around, I don't know, 18.4K. That's where, if we do break down, that's where I'd be looking to look for a support to come in, like right here. And that would be like a double bottom if we do that, all right? And that would make the market probably go back up if we hold that low, right? But I think we're not going to do that. I think we're actually going to break this, and we're going to come back down and use this level as a support. And then we're going to go and get up to about 35K, and then we're going to see maybe that happen. Okay, something like that. That's what I think is going to happen. The stock market doesn't look too good, so that's why I don't think the market, the crypto market's really going to make new all-time highs or even get up. I mean, in theory, based on wedge patterns. Sweet. Okay, you guys know, I love the wedges, right? So the wedge patterns typically, if they really perform well, they get up to the top of the wedge, and the top of the wedge is the all-time high, right? So, but it can underperform in a scenario where we don't have good market conditions. And we could get anywhere between the 382, which is about 27.8K, to the 618, which is right around close to that $40,000 region, which kind of lines up with equilibrium, which is right around 37K. I rest my case. Every single time we do this, we're going to see, we're going to see either we reverse at the 382, which is the lower target, which is 27K. We can get up here and we can reverse, or we can get up to the 50%, which is 33K, and we reverse, or we get up to the 618 and reverse. So it's honestly any of these three areas here, we could see reversal. Okay. I don't know exactly where it's going to do it. Nobody does, but we can safely project that it's going to go and test these levels. All right.
I just sent out $1,600, guys, and I did not lose my money today. So,
nice.
Mission accomplished.
You lose it by sending it out to us. Oh, yep, airdrop received.
Bro, here goes DYDX, man. Did you FOMO back into that trade?
DYDX, no, I didn't.
Oh man, look at this thing.
He's too busy buying more Hex, probably.
Yeah, I did actually.
Hex looks good, right? We talked about that yesterday.
Yeah.
Hex looks good.
I think it's going up.
Sure is.
I think if Hex goes to $1 from here, that's way bigger gains than I'd be getting on say DYDX or any of those other ones.
Yeah, probably.
Like
because you got back in about 5 cents, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right at the breakout area here. Nice.
Yes. I saw a little bit the other day, but then bought back.
He got in and then it dumped and then it started going and then it just kind of played around in that area for a while.
You know what coin I think is going to do really well that nobody's talking about is this one right here. This is Solo coin.
What is that one?
Sologenics. This is a So I don't own XRP, but I wanted to get some exposure to the XRP ledger, and this coin they built a DEX and an NFT marketplace on the XRP ledger. So when XRP does win their lawsuit, if they win their lawsuit, I think this coin is going to really, really do well because they're a retail and institutional solution for creating stocks and ETFs that are tokenized. I mean, this is in my opinion, this is where we're headed, right? Eventually. So I think this asset right here is going to do really well. And the chart, because I'm a chart guy, this thing is literally at the bottom. Like, it's so wrecked that this thing peaked in the top of the run at $6.28. It's trading at 20 cents right now. I picked it up around 13 cents. So like for me, I'm looking to trade this to probably this first peak right here, because we're not going to see new all-time highs, but we're going to see maybe it do some sort of big retracement, right? And if it goes back to $2, I mean, hell, what is that, like more than a 10x? That's great. So
that's good.
I don't have a lot of TradingView doesn't have all the chart data, but you can see what it's doing right here. Made a low, made a nice consolidation, made a higher low, and we got a nice pump today. This thing is up more than 20-something% today. All right, and its neckline break to really go to that dollar range is still about 50% away. And looking at a 3-day chart, look what it's showing. We got 3-day volatility spiking. We got RSI coming into bullish territory here. This looks great, and you can see, if we just draw a trend line right here, you can clearly see that this is actually really respecting this sort of like channel right on the RSI. So to me, that means that this price is going up, right?
So basically, you're saying pick up some George Soros Cabal coin, the original Cabal coin, because it may put some money in your pocket.
Not the Cabal coin. The predecessor. The predecessor.
First, XRP will go to $100. Then you will eat the bugs. Yeah.
No, I'm not. I do not own XRP. But I own an asset that is going to be tokenizing assets. So I think that is a big deal, and that is probably going to really happen. Anyways,
what do you think of the drip chart on TradingView?
I think I looked at drip, right? We looked at it last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we said it looked like it bottomed out. And look, we got a daily long signal down here. It looks like it's maybe making some sort of cup formation down here, right? This looks like a cup continuation type of structure, right? And equilibrium for drip is like $5. We said that the other day. I think we can go to $5. I think we can go to $5.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
That's what I think we can do.
That'll
drip $5. I'm down.
Yeah,
I'd still be down. Yeah, but yeah,
it's like 10x from here.
Yep. So drip can 10x, and some other shit coins can 10x. Happy days.
Happy days.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, what token's that?
This is drip.
Damn.
Drip is
Yeah, I don't think it's going to go any lower.
I don't think so. It doesn't look like it is. But
yeah.
You never really know until it goes lower.
Well, I mean, we seen it at 20. I seen it at 24 cents. So
the contract mechanics are starting to catch up because all the old whales are out. Their fucking accounts maxed out, and now the tax vault's starting to hold supply in it, so it's not minting.
Is that what I think it is, man? Is that what I think it is, man?
Falling wedge. Ooh.
Is that a wedgie?
Ooh, that's your favorite.
We only got a couple touch points though, so maybe not. A valid wedge usually has 3 touch points, but it could be. It could be the making of a wedge, and the RSI would kind of agree because it's really just wrecked. Yeah, I mean, so
it could go. What's the target of that wedge?
The target of the wedge. Okay. Yeah, the target of the wedge would be
Oh shit!
If this is the bottom, which is not confirmed, by the way, the target would be the first real major target would be $3 to $14. But I'm gonna say $5 is a good spot for it, right?
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. Hydrate.
Now, does your TA take into consideration any inflation on the token? Because obviously it had a million supply when it started, and
nope, it does not take into token mechanics. It just looks at what the momentum of the chart looks like.
Okay.
So anything that's happening behind the scenes, like if they start burning tokens or something, that actually would help the TA because that'll actually project the price higher, right? And you can also see the volume. Look at the volume. So we peaked volume here in January, and it's just been doing a whole bunch of nothing. And then you got a little bit of buying volume coming in here on the other day, the February 20th, which was probably that bottom that it made right here, right?
Yep.
So some dude just was like, you know what, this is the bottom.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm calling it.
Yeah, exactly. They painted the chart here nicely for traders to look at. So for me as a trader, I'm also seeing, I got a weekly long signal down here on our early signal that we have, and you can see the Bollinger Band. Look how tight this Bollinger Band is, okay? And when that expands like that, it will expand because it's in a squeeze, right? The Bollinger Band is really tightened down here, and this is where you want to be picking up stuff because it's a near oversold territory. Anything below 45 on the RSI is buy. You don't short that. You don't short that or sell it. You buy it. If you believe in this coin, then you should be buying it down here.
Awesome.
So all you maxi, what's heard that, go buy yourself some drip.
I'm hydrating my drip.
Want to be whales, right?
Go in the hell!
Yep. You guys heard wannabe whale himself. That was the real wannabe whale.
Yeah, if we can get to $1, we can get to $2. Let's. They're saying $1.50 by the first week of March. They're saying
we're already in the first week of March.
I would say your
first
first real target on this is $1.25, right? Fibonacci wise. So there really is nothing here because it went straight down. You could honestly, this thing can go straight the F up to $5. Literally, there's nothing here. Straight down, straight up. Right? So straight up, if there's buying pressure on this asset, we could see straight up, and it could do something like this where it actually maybe breaks $5 briefly, comes up to close to 10, and then comes back down and uses $5 as support to make its next leg to this area right here. And this area right here is another resistance, right? Because this area was used as a support to leg up to its all-time high.
That would be beautiful.
So because there's not a lot of resistance on this asset, it could really pump. It could really just do stupid shit. If there isn't lots of people selling it, right?
Oh yeah, I say or it could just dump real fast because unfortunately, being an ROI DApp, that's kind of the name of the game.
Right, but if they institute some sort of tax or they institute some sort of something to induce buying, then people won't be selling, right?
They got a game coming out. They're doing watching right now about a game.
We've got a bunch of stuff.
So if they're inducing buying pressure, then this can really pump really fast because there's nothing here. There's no real resistance. I mean, lots of trading up to about 750, right? This area right here on drip, like I'm saying, this $5 to $10 range. I know it's a big range, but it's not because looking at the chart, you can see that's where it has some confluence, right? Yep. So your drip looks pretty good down here. After white candles, what do you get? You get a reversal pretty much every time. Depending on how big of that reversal is, depends on the tokenomics and what's really happening behind the scenes with it. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's see what happens.
Got some DeFi coins pumping. Maker putting in a weekly long signal here. All right, that's a big deal if this thing actually breaks out. This is a big pattern. Okay.
Yeah.
That looks pretty good to me. And what is that? That looks like a channel, right? Maybe a wedge, sort of wedge. And yeah, your equilibrium on Maker is like $3,200. So like that would be the target. Yeah,
That's crazy.
Nice trade setup. Some nice trade setups right now on these markets. So as long as Bitcoin doesn't decide to shit the bed here, I think a lot of these coins are going to see some nice price appreciation. And today was a pretty good candle. Like if you, I mean, we still technically have a daily short in right now on the daily, but if we go to like the 4 hour, I would say the 4 hours long. There it is. So the 4 hour is going to beat the daily, right? And if we go to like the 6 hour, 6 hours long, right? 8 hour. 8 hour hasn't flipped long yet until we actually probably break above 23,850. That's the real target for Bitcoin to break is 23,850. So we're not too far away from that right now. 23,850 is only a couple $100 away. And you can see that is the channel that it's holding right now. And when we make these upsloping consolidations like that, if we go back to what happened previously in like a previous cycle, it did something similar like that in 2019, right after it bottomed. 2019.
Yep.
So
just moonshot.
Yeah, nobody's expecting that either, right? Nobody's expecting a moonshot right now from Bitcoin because the stock market looks like trash, right? So,
right.
Yep, you can see it did exactly that over here. It did this upsloping consolidation. We're on the daily chart. We're above the 200 moving average. It did that exact type of consolidation before it did a moonshot, right? So we're, in my opinion, we're like right in this area right here. Look, well, you know, it's actually right around the same time period. This is April of 2019. So we're in March right now, right? Basically right around the same thing. I mean, it's not exact same structure, but it's pretty similar. If you look at it, it's pretty similar, right? We can see that upsloping consolidation. We had that upsloping consolidation here, and then we did a leg up. We're going to do a leg up, and we probably get close to 40K. That's my guess, right? Because we have this range here. This is the next range that we want to see Bitcoin get into. It could even go as high as 45K, which is that median trend line right there. Yeah, that makes some sense, right? And that would be the 618, right around 38K, and that's where we most likely will see reversal. This is probably a good spot, risk to reward, to take a short, right? And then come back down to retest this bottom, and then double bottom, and then we go.
Nice.
I could dig it.
Well, we got 21 days, hopefully, for it to pump before the fucking feds come out with bad news.
Look.
Yeah.
The higher we can get it before they come out with bad news, the better it is, you know?
Well, that's the whole thing, is they're going to pump it into that news because that's when they're going to be starting to build shorts up here. Yeah. Right? They don't want to short it down here. It's not worth it. What are they going to do? They're going to make, what, 30%? No. Wouldn't you rather, if you're going to take a short, you'd rather make what? 50, 60%.
What, that area lines up with the Fed meeting or something?
I'm not really doing it based on the Fed meeting. I'm just doing it based on Fibonacci levels and like maybe how soon this thing actually rips up, right?
Yeah.
So
I didn't touch those, Joseph. I didn't touch those, but I'll go take a peek at Unwrecked right now and make sure I didn't. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, that's how they stole mine and BlackSheep's money. And a bunch of other people's.
How much did they get from you?
Me, 500. And I didn't even notice it till almost 24 hours later, because yesterday on the live stream, BlackSheep was like, what happened? And then I go look at mine, and I'm like, all my BUSD's gone.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck.
Then we realized.
Yeah, I'm too broke for them to steal from me.
That was like my emergency money. Like, if I ever had to use that $500, that meant I was in trouble.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, right? Just another hit, nothing we can do. Move along. Besides, I lost so much money last year.
It's another 500.
I lost
I hate
more
my
zeros
friend, dude.
last year than I ever thought I'd make in my life.
Dude, the way you guys fucking make me feel about money is the way I already feel about money. That fucking it's just money.
It is just money.
Just fucking money.
If you know how to make more of it, it's not a problem, right?
Yeah, you just laugh at your losses.
As long as you don't lose
I don't really
everything.
laugh at my losses from last year. I just go, damn, that sucked.
Well, I know all the money that I spent, I did with it personally. So I know.
Ian J's,
what
I
did.
laugh at your losses every time I think about it, fucker.
Those people be breaking down crying.
I know,
Like,
dude. When some of my friends, especially that don't do this kind of stuff, they heard how much money I lost last year. They were like, "What? How did you not commit suicide?" I'm like, "What? It's
Like,
yeah,
yeah, no shit.
it sucks, but it's like, what can I do?
I made it.
I know what it
so
feels
easy
like
and
to
lost
be
it
a
so easy.
multimillionaire, and it feels fucking great, and it bought happiness. Liars told me it wouldn't buy
and all
happiness.
you had
They
to do
lied.
was sell some fucking sap, you jackass, and you could have stayed a millionaire, you fucking asshole.
Yeah, if you sold it when I told you to sell it, dude.
You're right.
Yeah.
Seriously.
we all told him to sell
Evan
it.
told you to
It
sell
don't
that
matter,
shit,
bro. I was
man.
making 70 grand a month into my bank account at that point. I wasn't selling shit.
You could have sold one of the nodes and just chilled, bro.
Oh yeah, I could have sold one of
For
them because
real.
they were up to almost. I think they got up to almost 200,000 a piece, and I had a
Yeah.
little over 5. I was holding like 5.5, 5 and 2/3, something like that.
5.5 nodes, bro. You should
Yeah.
have sold 4 of them and been happy with collecting on one of them.
Coming from NODEITALL.
Yeah. No way. I wouldn't have been happy going from collecting freaking only like a couple hundred a day at that point when I was collecting
Aw.
thousands.
I would have Ian.
Oh.
Now I would.
This shit
Oh.
so
Yeah.
Now I would be happy.
It's
Yeah,
always
now you would've been
it's hindsight is always 2020. But I remember when that thing just kept making new all-time highs. Oh, it's making new all-time high. It's making new
Yeah.
all-time high. Why wouldn't you have dumped one of them into the new all-time high and like, oh, it pulled
I was
back.
still
Oh,
making-
it pulled back. It pulled back.
Because
But
for
guess what?
600
You could have
because
bought
for-
them back. You could have bought them back for.
Oh, I
for
know,
less,
but for less than a $600 investment, I was putting 70 grand a month into the bank. So,
I guess I get it.
ENJ, tell him
so
what
it
you
was
done.
worth the
Tell
freaking
him what you
roll.
would have done, ENJ. Tell him what you would have done, ENJ. You would have cashed that shit out.
EJ would have sold it before it was worth anything.
Dude,
The first time I woke up and it jumped big, when I was sleeping, it jumped like 35 grand overnight. From like that's when it went over to the 6-figure amount. And yeah, most people would have been like woken up and would have been like, holy shit, I made 30, like what was it?
Anyways, I can't really say anything because you made a shitload of money on it. But in hindsight, even if you only had $600 in there, you should have probably at least sold 1 or 2 of your nodes, secured, I don't know, $400,000, bro. Come on, man.
I pulled over 400 out last year.
Okay, well maybe you could have pulled out 800,
right.
and then you would have just let the other
Well,
fucking.
I did. I total. That's just what went to the bank. Total, I did pull about 700 in like 14 months because I put about 300 into other shit, and which is all worth almost nothing now. And then
That's great.
well, because I put about a quarter million that I took out of Sapphire, I put into all the other master nodes. And so that's how I was sitting on like, I don't know, 1.5, 1.6 million between all my master nodes. And currently they're sitting at like, I think about 45 grand.
So do you still believe in these master chodes?
Yeah.
Master Chodes.
Sure do.
All right, so you should fucking rip another 100K into them right now.
I don't have another 100K to rip into them.
Hey,
What do you mean? What happened to your what happened to your $700,000 that you cashed out?
A lot of it I put into other shit that
Cookies
went
and blow.
to like I said, I put like a $250,000 into
You bought a
other
Beamer?
master nodes that are currently worth about 20 grand. So I went from $250,000 to 20 grand
Yes.
there. And then I paid off the Corvette. I paid off my 40 acres. I paid off everything. The only I have zero debt except for the Beamer. Nothing. I don't owe on anything.
That's good.
That's good. That's good.
So you still have some, obviously, I'm hoping you still have some liquid, you know.
I have some enough to like where I could survive for a while.
Yeah, he doesn't have to go get a job yet.
Yeah. Hey Shane, if I lost $800,000, man, in 1 year, I probably would have committed.
803 million, bro.
You lost $3 million last year?
Yes. When I
You're
did the
fucking
math,
stupid
I was
then,
like,
bro. If I lost 800,000, I'd be crying. You lost, man. No.
dude, I lost over 700,000 in one night while I slept. I bought the Beamer the next morning. I woke up and I was down over $700,000 in just my master notes.
Yeah, I didn't lose money like that.
And that was after they were way down.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I would at least got me 1.5 out of there sitting in the bank.
I'm a couch and motherfucking shit. You show me 100,000, I'm selling 75,000 of it.
Yeah, no.
Right. Right.
But I was making on a bad.
I'ma have that money. Fuck that.
Like all year last year, I was putting anywhere from about 20 grand to 70 grand in the bank every month. Just depended on the month. But average, I was putting over 40 a month.
E&J said he's gonna have some steak
till
with his beans
October.
and rice. Fuck
till
yeah.
October. November and December, like October.
You know what you should have done as soon as you saw that ROI dropping is when you should have dumped your notes.
They were ROI was already low.
I told him dump it when I seen $1 million.
ROI had been low on Sapphire for a long time, but I had so much when you're holding like throughout the year, it probably averaged.
I don't mean ROI. I mean your daily rewards. When your daily.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I was making $2,500 a day, and it was overnight that it dropped. It went from $2,500 a day to about $80 a day, like literally overnight.
I don't know, bro. If it was me, I probably would have covered.
And then it dropped about $40.
I would have covered some of those nodes for sure. Like I would have taken the $200,000 up front on a couple of those nodes. Just me personally, like I know you don't care because you only invested $600, but if the point is, like, I remember I went through these master nodes. Like, my name is Mr. Know-It-All for a reason.
Yeah. Well, I still ROI every week, and this is 4 years later. More than ROI every week still. 4 years into it.
That's great. It's great. I'm not saying you're doing bad. I'm not saying you're doing bad, but I'm just saying that you could have been doing
today
it.
On my way
to have a shitload more money right now, and you could have you could have ripped like maybe 20 of these fucking nodes down here if you believe in them.
I know.
And what are those nodes worth today? Like $1,000 or something?
No, a little more than that.
Okay, $1,200.
I have. Let's see. I have 5 of them, and they're worth over $26,000 right now.
Okay, so they're worth $5,000 a pop. Easy math. Okay. So you would have sold, let's just say you sold one of them for $200,000. You would have been able to buy 40 more of them right now.
Oh, I thought it's funny. I literally thought of that today when I was going to play hockey. I was like, man, if I would have just sold just one of my master nodes, I could have built another one back up by now and had like a guaranteed after everything. I could have had easily 150 still sitting in the bank from that one node.
That's right. I mean, you would have paid. You probably would have paid 40% of it to taxes, but still, like, it doesn't matter. Like, you still would have been able to have that capital to buy more nodes.
Let's see. Last year, exactly a year ago in Sapphire, and this was before it pumped. I had that's okay. So that's the 3rd of this month. Will be the 4th. 560. So basically, $562,000 value, and that was before it started pumping hard. That was a year ago.
Yeah, man.
So throughout the year, it probably averaged. I was holding about $800,000 to $900,000 in Sapphire average throughout the year.
So imagine you just took half of it out.
Yeah,
I know it would have eaten into your yield, and I know it would have done all that.
I never could. I couldn't have done it. I have a hard time selling. I couldn't have done it.
I get it. It actually is really stressful to sell stuff when you're in such a profit. It really is, because you think it's just going to keep going. And
I knew it would crash eventually. I just didn't think it would happen overnight while I slept.
I'm guilty of it too, but actually this cycle I sold the top, but I sold into a stable coin that went to zero. Like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you bought chunk.
Yeah, but that also was like the right intention, right? The like getting into a stable coin, right? So like my whole thought was, all right, let's put it into something stable. Let's
In
not
the UST, right?
UST,
yeah, UST trunk.
And
I'm not even
trunk.
trunk. I'm not even counting because most of the trunk I have is profit from me selling elephant token. Like I don't even care. I only really maybe put in like 10 grand into fucking trunk, which is nothing, really, in the grand scheme of what I lost. So really, the loss was the UST, and that sucks. But
Cross, how are they a scam when I'm still like ROIing every 5 days, 4 years into it?
bro, just because I said they're a scam doesn't mean you can't make money off of it. I said that a million times to him too. I said, bro, they're a scam. You can still make money off them. Just make sure you exit this scam before it collapses, which is what you didn't do.
Oh, I didn't need to. I made more money off of that shit than I'll ever need.
Okay.
Well, than I could ever have dreamed of, I should say.
Fair enough. I mean, I would assume that most people are not in your boat.
And I'm still up $26,000 in what I hold. You know what I mean? Like the value wise. So no matter what, I'm still up.
It's great.
Would have been nice to have a little extra in the bank right now.
Oh, it sure would have been nice to have sitting on like an extra 150, 200 in the bank, but especially when everything crashed.
All right, I'm looking at the DXY right now because this to me is the real precursor as to what crypto is going to do over the next few months. And well, we're looking
DXY, what's that one?
That's the
dollar,
the dollar index. How the dollar performs against other baskets of fiat currencies.
Okay.
And so right now it's up 0.1% on the day, which is really not a lot. So 3-month chart to me, we had this bearish divergence and it's playing out. We can see that the volatility is starting to drop. We could also see that we're making lower levels of positive momentum. So the problem is that this can continue to make momentum. And as long as it doesn't make a higher level of momentum and a higher price in this peak here in 2017, then we have what's called bearish divergence on the momentum oscillator. And that means that we could see the dollar eventually go down, which is good for risk assets, right? So we actually want to see the dollar go down. We don't want to see the dollar continue going higher, even though right now on the 3-month chart, we have a 3-month long signal in, okay? But this 3-month signal could take some time to play out, and we could see the dollar, in my opinion, dollar could come back down to retest this area here, eventually below 100. And that's that run I'm talking about, Bitcoin going to 40-ish K on, okay? And it's going to be a short-lived rally. It's not going to be a bull market. It's not going to be a bull market until we have the halving, in my opinion. So something to pay attention to. We got this 3-month candle that closed, a bearish engulfing candle. We just opened a new 3-month candle. I don't think it's going to reclaim this level, right? I think it's going to actually come back up, maybe back test it. What's up, Magic Mike? Come back up. By the way, that's the gentleman that created the multi-range indicator. He just popped on the stream.
Cool.
So what I think is going to happen is the dollar might come back up to retest this 107 area and reject it, and then come back down and test this support. And this support is a pretty big support. I don't know that. I hope that we break it, but I don't know that we're going to. Right? Nothing is for certain in these markets. So I would like to think that we do break it, and that we do see a bit of a push up for risk assets once the Fed decides to stop raising interest rates. Right? That's the whole thing. Yeah. So the dollar is going up because the Fed's raising interest rates.
Yep. Fucking Feds. Yep. Hey, Ian J, did you ever stop that short that we all made fun of you for on Ethereum?
Silence says it all.
Yeah, because if not, he got liquidated today.
He shorted ETH today?
No, remember the other day when he got into that short?
No. Oh yeah.
You were on it. You were like, you nicely told him he's a fucking idiot.
Oh, that's when I was telling you guys to buy DYDX when it was at like 260, right? When it was like down here. And I was like, this thing's going to rip. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, what can you do? People are stupid.
People are definitely stupid.
Yeah. So I should short DY DX DY. What's DX DY? You mean DY DX? I don't think you should short it right now. No. I think what you should do is wait to see what happens up here at maybe the 382 fib extension. And if it rejects there and puts in a double top, then you can look to short it. But it hasn't confirmed that yet. And actually, if it breaks this 332 region, it's probably going to break up, not down. Right? It's holding this level. This is a pennant, man. You're talking about a break of a range, a back test, a double confirmation low. This is a double bottom down here. And that's where we're going to see this thing go. Probably close to $4 or $5 is my guess for DYDX. 440. That looks like a good spot to take profit. There's nothing here. It's just straight down. Unless Bitcoin decides it's going to start tumbling down and breaking supports and shit, I don't see how this asset's going to go down. This asset's more bullish than the rest of the market right now. Like no coin's showing this type of stuff. This is a low and a higher low on the momentum oscillator with us just crossing bullish here on the daily. MACD just crossed bullish. That to me is a pretty bullish sign.
Those crossing?
Yeah, the MACD crosses like that. Those are pretty good.
What again is a death cross and a golden cross? What are those?
So a death cross just means that the 50-day cross is the 200-day to the downside. And usually those are really kind of like lagging indicators. And in terms of Bitcoin, everyone talks about this weekly death cross that we had, which is something to pay attention to, of course. But so that's this right here. So you see this green line, how it crossed the red line?
Yeah.
Right. It's creating that down. It's creating that downward pressure on Bitcoin, which is why we didn't break this just yet. And that's what everybody's talking about. Oh, the death cross. We've never had a Bitcoin death cross. We haven't. We actually have never seen a Bitcoin death cross.
Really? Never?
Nope. We've never seen a weekly Bitcoin death cross. But usually when you get these death crosses, I usually use the 3-day chart because the 3-day chart is going to tell you what's happening like closer than the weekly chart. The weekly is like more data, but it's a longer time scale. The 3-day chart actually made a death cross over here, which to me meant we actually were creating our bottom. Once we make these death crosses, these are technically, in my opinion, this is the June bottom. I thought this was the bottom. We made one more lower low on price, but we made some crazy amounts of bullish divergence down here, right? Where we made this low on the price, right? Look how effed up the RSI was. This was the best time to buy Bitcoin. Best time to buy Bitcoin was right here in June. Why? Because the RSI was below 25. And every single time Bitcoin goes below 25 on the RSI, these are the best times to buy Bitcoin. Every single time. It doesn't matter. Every single time. This was a bottom. 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 Look, that was the COVID low. Beautiful. The bottom, right? Bottom. Even though we made one more lower low on price, we actually made a higher low on the RSI, creating a bullish divergence, right? So this was a low, and this was a lower low on price, but a higher low on the RSI. So this means a big shift in momentum going back up, right? So for those of you that don't really understand charts and momentum, this right here was a massive divergence, and this is the best. These are the best things to trade because they are almost a guarantee to go up, especially on this time scale, 3-day chart or weekly chart. Like the probability of the asset going up after that, really high chance. Unless something catastrophic. Something catastrophic.
Not necessarily the best place to put in 100x long on the 25. You probably would have got fucking wrecked on the 25 RSI.
You mean short? You mean short? Yeah. You don't want to short RSIs down there.
No, I mean, if you would like longed the first RSI dip at 25, you probably would have got liquidated on that next dip in price.
You actually probably would not have gotten liquidated here because you would have because if you would have bought.
Where did the price go?
You would have bought here at 19K, and then
I'm talking 100x leverage long. You probably got
100x.
Yeah, 100x.
You would have got liquidated on any fucking RSI.
You trying to E&J it and shit.
This is Degen protocol, remember?
Look, E&J laughs about that. He unmutes to laugh.
Hey, we all laugh when we lose money.
Hey, so did you lose on your fucking short on Ethereum, or did you shut it down?
I did. You did
get.
I was gonna put a short in at the 160 or the 1660. I was gonna put a short in. Except my son talked me out of it. I could have recovered half my money, but yeah.
I told you don't do it.
I know.
No, BlackSheep, don't do it.
All right. Let me say this though.
Hold on.
All I did was save my dad an extra $50 because me and him both know damn well he would have let that shit ride.
I was like,
thinking it was going to keep.
I was already down like 70% of the trade. I was like, fucking let it ride.
And he would have just lost another $50.
Listen, but I gamble with little money. You know what I mean? I don't gamble with nothing crazy, just
So don't talk shit about me. I saved him $50.
Yeah, saving $50 and cost me 20 something years of my life.
So to answer Bird Dog here, he's saying Bitcoin moons 500 days before the halving. So technically, the halving is in end of April. So 360
this year or next year?
Next year. So technically, we're in that 500-day range right now, which is why I'm thinking that Bitcoin does go up. So my thesis for the current economical standpoint is that I don't think it's going to be as strong of a rally, right? We have inflation. I mean, inflation actually is good for Bitcoin, in my opinion. The problem is when they're starting to raise the interest rates. When they raise interest rates, they're trying to curb the inflation. And when they curb the inflation, that's curbing the aggressiveness of how Bitcoin performs, in my opinion. So I think the cycle is still going to be the cycle, right? We're going to make a top in November, December, like we did last time. And we're going to bottom out in November, December, like we did this time. But I don't think we're going to see as big of a parabolic move because of the interest rates and the hiking of the interest rates. If they stop raising interest rates or they pause interest rates a year before the run, then all bets are off. We're probably going to see this thing run because it doesn't have anything holding it back. It already priced it in, right? So that's the thing. If they're raising interest rates now before the halving, which is what I think they're going to fucking do, which is what they've been doing, right? They've been raising interest rates. Stock market's getting destroyed. There's no real yield to be made in the stock market, which is why everybody's in the bond. Which is why everybody's in the bond market, right? Bonds are being bought.
They're about to raise it even more.
So they're going to raise it even more to fucking puke the stock market even more, right? And fuck everybody even more to borrow money. Nobody's going to be able to borrow money. They're basically just destroying the economy, right? And people are going to start losing jobs left and right. That's what's going to happen in the next 3 to 6 months. We're going to go into a recession. They're forcing a recession. Yeah. In my opinion, we're already in a recession. We've been in one since May of 21, but it's going to be more prevalent now. And it's going to be harder for people to like earn money and shit. And
they won't be able to deny it anymore because like politicians, a lot of them are still denying we're in a recession. Biden went on TV saying we're not in a recession.
Yeah, they're doing that on purpose so they can raise interest rates.
Yeah, we're doing great. Like, man, where the hell is he hanging out and hiding, man? Because I want to hang out with him.
All right, so this is what I think. To answer his question, I don't think we're going to see as big of a parabolic move this cycle because of that, unless they stop raising interest rates. Once they stop raising interest rates and they let inflation go back to fucking, in my opinion, they're not going to ever get inflation under control. Things are just going to continue to go up in price. Inflation is going to continue to rise. They're going to put in these interest rates hikes it's an illusion. It's literally just an illusion, right? Because we're on a fractional reserve banking system, right?
Yeah.
So in my opinion, it's all a big joke. And people are eventually going to wake up and realize that. And the market's just going to go fucking berserk one day after they decide to stop raising interest rates. About 6 months after that. So if they stop raising interest rates in June, which is what I think they're going to do in May or June, they're going to like, all right, we're done raising interest rates. We raise it up enough to fuck everybody. And we're going to see all markets correct and crash, including Bitcoin, after it makes this run up to 35 to 40K. And then come January or December, right? Because usually Bitcoin bottoms in December or January. And that'll be the double bottom, or that'll be the higher low it makes before the halving. And going into the halving, we're going to see lots of buying pick up. And that's when we're really going to start to see this bull market take off.
So you think that as early as May or June, because they have a meeting both months, that they could start cutting down the raising the interest rate?
So he's asking, can you take that step further? Why would they want inflation? Why do you think they want to tank the market? They want inflation because they want to destroy the current system that we're in so they can create a new they can't do it yet because the system that they've created isn't in place yet. They also need an excuse or a reason to move everyone to the new system. The new system is the central bank digital currency, right? They've already created the central bank digital currency. Now they need a reason to crush and destroy the current system, which is hike the interest rates as high as they can to get away with it and then crash the fucking market. Oh, the Fed's here to bail you out. Guess what? We're going to start printing money again, but we're not going to print the current money. We're going to print CBDCs.
Wow. That's crazy. New World Order, baby.
That's right. New World Order. That's right. Does that answer your question, IR filter? So buy as much fucking Bitcoin and crypto assets that you can, is what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Not financial advice.
Not financial advice. When we get these big crashes, this is the time to buy the shit because they're going to try to limit you and your families from really growing your wealth. That's their whole plan is to control you.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what happened. They heard how much money I made off so little on Sapphire, and they were like, crash that shit. We got to mess that white trash dude up. We can't have him running around with money.
Yeah, bro. They don't want stupid people with money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're like, we got to take money from this.
Got him.
I'm sounding like Morph.
Like Morpheus. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything, but I see the writing on the wall.
I've seen it for a long ass time. That's why they don't teach you. That's why they don't teach you about Bitcoin in school.
Do you believe in a war between China and the USA because of an invasion of Taiwan? Yes, I do believe in a war in China. And actually, the war in China is going to happen probably in June when they stop raising interest rates. Because guess what? War stimulates the economy, right?
Yep.
War brings up GDP, right?
Unfortunately.
And we won't see the benefit of that war for another 6 months. So why not hike the interest rates up as much as they can between now and June, start a war, crash the whole fucking market, and then the following year, everything's going to be fine. Our GDP's up, inflation's down. They're not raising interest rates anymore. So guess what? They can pump the fucking market again, right? Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, but it's all in line with the Bitcoin halving. Wonderful. Bitcoin runs
I
the
hope
world.
we never go to war with China.
Bitcoin will run the world one day in terms of Bitcoin's like the black hole of money.
Until Hex swallows it.
Whatever, man. Crypto is the black hole of money.
Hey, you see the price versus Bitcoin? You fucking pointed it out.
It's true. It's a true story. It's a true fact.
That means it's dominating Bitcoin, right?
It is outperforming Bitcoin.
Outperforming.
But it's easy when one guy owns 90%.
Beautiful weekly long signal coming in here for Hex. Yeah, dude, this is
crazy.
one fabulous looking chart.
That's versus Bitcoin. Holy shit.
Don't ignore it. I would.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Maybe I should buy some Hex.
Well, yeah. I mean, when it first launched, it was one Satoshi. You know, that's why it ate up all that Satoshi value,
Wow.
and now
So it's 32,000x.
Yeah, dude, it's one of the fucking highest fucking appreciating assets of all time. But nobody's talking about it like that. Nobody wants to tell it like it is except me.
Wow.
What did Bitcoin do? A fucking million X or something? I think Bitcoin did a lot of X's.
Yeah, Bitcoin is on a lot.
Maybe not a million X. What did it start off at? I don't even know the price of Bitcoin. Well, what didn't the price? It was like
manipulate too.
You were mining it, right? So it wasn't even like everybody was just getting it free back in the day. I think. I don't know the story, but. Yep. That's exactly right.
That's when it was the best time of Bitcoin. Satoshi owned the majority of Bitcoin.
Nobody even knows.
Nobody even
basically
knows.
Basically what RH did was basically what fucking Satoshi did.
I want to see what Hex looks like versus ETH, because ETH has been outperforming Bitcoin. So let's see what Hex looks like versus ETH. Oh, that looks pretty fucking good. That is a falling fucking wedge against ETH. My God.
Yeah. It is what it is, man. It's designed fucking perfectly, dude. You can't really get much better, dude. It's just eating up everything. I mean, RH is what he is, but what he's got here is a fucking gem, dude. It's pretty cool shit.
Yeah, he's smart. I always say that.
Nobody's fucking done before. Nobody's done it till now. So.
Well, he took 25 years to make the perfect fucking scam. He kept failing at one scam after the other. He started getting scammed. Do we all forget about Panama?
Yeah.
He got scammed trying to scam people. He got out scammed. He found bigger shit bags. And he's like, I'm out of here. These guys are rough.
This looks really
well, this scam's made a lot of people a lot of money. So
this Ponzi right here looks ridiculous, not gonna lie.
What is that? Oh, what, Hex?
Yeah. That looks pretty ridiculous. Man.
Yeah, that now all that recent pump has been because all of a sudden he's been saying, oh, look, he's been releasing information about Pulse Chain coming out. And so it started pumping after that pretty good.
Oh, I can't wait.
It was at what, 1.5 cents or something? It was low.
Just Pulse Chain and chill, dude. That's what we're going to be. Pulse Chain and chill.
I know I hate that I'm going to have to fucking use Pulse Chain. Just for the sake of I don't want to enrich Richard Hart anymore.
So who's going to gift me a big bag of Hex?
Holy fuck.
Don't look at me. I ain't got a bunch of that shit.
I'm kidding.
I got a tiny bag. I just want to be able to break even.
Everybody's hodling with this price going up.
Look at that monthly candle. My God. That is.
You're liking the chart, huh?
That is Hex versus ETH, dude.
Well, we should have V3 out in the next testnet in the next few days, and then about 4 weeks after that, we'll have mainnet. If all goes as planned. We've been waiting fucking 2 years, so.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's been almost 2 years. What, summertime will be 2 years, right? Since you guys all sacrificed?
Yeah. So what are you saying? Node is like dominating every chart you're looking at, pretty much.
It looks pretty good.
I mean, there's probably other coins that are doing that too, right? But not
I don't think they look like this.
I love it. Coming from you, that speaks volumes.
I'm just being real, dude. I just look at the chart.
Chart.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I hope it fucking goes over $1.
Like I said, the available supply right now is like half of what it was when we were at the 50-cent top. So like, it's not going to take much money to just blast it right back up there again.
Bro, like the monthly stochastic is already confirmed as a buy. Look at that separation on the monthly.
I know you're gonna be watching Hex every day.
Now, what's the difference between the red and the purple? What are?
So the blue is the buy line, and the orange is the sell line. So when the blue crosses the orange, like it did here in January,
yeah,
it's like New Year's Day, dude, was liftoff.
But it doesn't confirm until they're both above 20, which right now they're both above 20. Yeah. And with separation, when you have the separation, that means parabolic move.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like if we go look at Bitcoin also confirmed that, which is why I think we're going to see big move up. But like,
it looks the same.
But Hex is doing it, dominating Bitcoin.
But Hex is outperforming Bitcoin and Ethereum. Yeah. Not just Bitcoin, and Ethereum.
And Ethereum.
Well, yeah, it had days where it's pumped like
that's fucking crazy,
20%, and then it might go back down 10, and then.
Anyways, it looks insane. Bitcoin, I think, does this. Bitcoin, I think, just gets to like equilibrium or maybe a little bit above it, right? And just tests up here. And then we're going to go into a nasty dump after that. All right, we could even see maybe new lows.
And that's when Hex can keep gobbling up Bitcoin's fucking dominance.
Right? I mean, it's going to be hard for Hex to rally when the whole market's crashing. Just saying. But it could still outperform it. I'm not saying it can't. I'm not saying it can't. I'm just saying
Bitcoin. It could still go up.
Yeah, it could, but it just
going down.
It may the price
all year last year Sapphire was outperforming Bitcoin till October.
Can you look at that versus Bitcoin chart again when Bitcoin did take the dump? See what it did around that time.
The Hex Bitcoin chart?
Yeah, the Hex Bitcoin chart. When Bitcoin did its big dump, it pretty much dumped with it.
Let's see.
Its dominance.
Hang on. I'm trying to get back to the Hex Bitcoin chart. That's Hex ETH. That's Hex Bitcoin. So Bitcoin topped out in November of. Yeah. So Bitcoin Bitcoin topped out here. This was Bitcoin's top when Hex made this bottom.
Oh shit!
And
I remember that.
Hex tried to rally and failed to rally.
Okay.
And then it just went down with Bitcoin.
Okay.
And then here was the June bottom. The Hex made this bottom, tried to rally, it failed to rally. It follows Bitcoin. It follows Bitcoin, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but when Bitcoin goes up, it's going to outperform Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So when Bitcoin like triples up, this thing could like 10x.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Dope. I like that channel break.
Isn't it a theory based off Ethereum and US and stables?
It's mostly USDC, but yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
USDC,
a USDC pool and a Ethereum pool.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I thought there was two.
Yeah.
But it follows Bitcoin for some strange reason. Because I mean, Ethereum doesn't follow Bitcoin perfectly, does it? Doesn't it kind of do its own thing a little different?
You're seeing what it does versus Bitcoin here. Right now, it's telling you to long the shit out of it. It's telling you to sell all of your Bitcoin for Hex right here, is what it's saying to do.
Oh, music to my ears.
Do it, people. You heard it. Pump that price.
Actually, it's not confirmed for another 3 days. But once it confirms...
For another 3 days, how come it takes a few days after the month is over to confirm?
Well, so this is a weekly chart, right? And we're just printing a weekly long signal right here. Right?
Okay.
But yeah, this to me is a channel breakout against Bitcoin.
That's fucking cool.
Fucking stupid buy.
Yep. You were right there. That's literally when he started talking about, putting out a lot more info about the testnet, how they're doing or whatever V3. Every time his little tweets would come in, you could see the jump. Like, those Hexicans are getting it.
We're at 70% synced.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Buy! Oh shit! Oh shit! Buy!
I love that one. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So when you get the multi-range weekly long signal, you don't ignore that, right? I mean, we had a bad one here. It went into the moving average, but this long signal is different because you're above all these moving averages and you're printing along here, right? Okay. If we went to the 3-day chart, the 3-day actually called the bottom, which is beautiful. That's why I like to trade the 3-day charts, because these are quicker in reacting to the signal, right? Some of the shorts aren't like this short. I mean, this short's pretty good at the top of the moving average here. And this short's here, it's pretty good. This long is okay. This long is not so good. This long is really good. This actually caught the bottom, right? This long, beautiful, caught this whole move up. This whole swing trade right here was caught in March 21. Boom, you would have made let's just say you sold it here. That's a 2,500% move you would have caught off that long. Nice. So multi-range indicator, in my opinion, is worth having on your chart just for this type of stuff.
If you if you just spot trade it, because you can't long it yet.
Yeah, just spot traded it. Traded it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man.
Are you talking March of what? 22?
Well, I hope it goes to $1 at least this cycle.
Oh, right there. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this long was printed in March of 21.
Yeah. Oh, 21. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, when
yeah.
we were talking shit about Hex together still when you're fuck you and you fucking
Yeah.
Hex. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, those
Look,
were
and
that
then
was
look at-
terrible advice.
And then what's that? Oh my God, is that a wedge pattern? Get the fuck out of here. 3-day long signal at the wedge breakout area. You can't make that stuff up. That's beautiful. Yeah, man. Charts don't lie, dude. They tell a story and they tell you what you should be doing and they confirm that stuff. And so you don't want to ignore it.
All right, so you Hexkins heard it here. No, not financial advice. Go buy a bunch of Hex so we can punch it up to $1 so that way I can sell my tiny little bag and at least maybe fucking break even. Thank you. Come again.
Hey, speaking of breaking stuff, how did your ice skating thing go?
I didn't break nothing. I did fall once pretty hard today, and it was like on the wrist, and my face actually hit the ice, but I have a full cage on. I was like, bam! I was like, oh, I hope no one saw.
Do they make fun of you because you have figure skates and play hockey?
I don't have figure skates. I do have white hockey skates, though.
Yeah, I said some white figure skates.
No, not figure skates.
Wait, dude, Solo Coin hasn't even thrown a 3-day long signal in yet. When this thing throws a 3-day long, forget it. This thing's going to the effing moon.
Solo?
Yep, Sologenic. I was talking about this coin before. It's the DEX on the XRP ledger.
Okay.
Yeah. I know you guys don't like XRP, but
Morpheus don't.
I mean, does it matter if we're just here to make money? We're just here to make money, man.
Yep.
Anybody know about the ZK Sync token? This thing looks insane.
Yeah, I heard it's doing some cool shit. They're doing something like that on Polygon.
We're getting a 3-day short signal on Elephant Trash.
Uh-oh.
SpaghettiOs.
Uh-oh.
Maybe I should sell all my fucking elephant for Hex right here.
Yeah, can you look at?
I told you sell elephant a long time ago.
Yeah,
you look at it,
do it.
I still
Can you
have
do
my
Hex
initial investment in it. I think I still have like 5K in it or something.
Can you do Hex versus Elephant?
Is that even a comparison, dude?
I don't think so.
I
mean,
don't. Yeah, of course.
Oh, you can? Wow.
It's gonna look like this thing's gonna look like crazier than what it did versus Bitcoin. Here you go, bro. Here's Hex versus Elephant.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I might just roll my elephant for Hex.
There you go. Not financial advice.
Not financial advice.
But yeah, Hex hasn't had any exploits, by the way.
Why does this chart look so crazy? Oh, because elephant is like such a shitcoin that like
because elephant got exploited.
Yeah. Yeah, I got wrecked.
Hang on a second. Elephant. Yeah. So this is telling me to sell the shit out of elephant for Hex. Yeah. Look at this sell signal. Sell signal.
Wow. Yeah. Hex has had 100% runtime, no exploits, no losses, no nothing. Just it's been working since December something 2019.
No, not 19. Then it would have been like 4 years old.
2019. Yeah, it's almost 4 years old.
It just turned 3 in December, right?
Yeah. 19, 20, 21, 22. It's 3 years.
Okay.
It's going on its 4th year.
Yeah.
And I could have bought so much more, and I should have. But I got into Ponzi's.
When's this 3-day gonna close? It doesn't tell me that.
I could have been a multi fucking just swinging my dick millionaire off a Hex. Like, I was there, dude. I could have just thrown all my paychecks into Hex and just chilled. Just fucking chilled.
Yeah, I mean this 3-day
Okay.
short signal coming in at the
Alright.
top, it's pretty good. I'm gonna sell my. I think I'm gonna sell my elephant. I'm gonna get taxed 10% to do that.
It's all right.
Fucking scumbags.
Do it. Do it. You'll be happy you did.
Well, hey, he's got to pay for that BMW somehow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's marketing funds. That's right.
And when BT asks you why you sold, just say, hey, the charts told me to.
Yeah, I got a 3-day short signal on it.
Just say you prefer Richard Hart.
Hey, you're not telling them shit. Your crypto, your coins. Do what the fuck you want to with it.
Hey, just tell him, be like, Richard Hart has a lot better fashion sense than you, so
Wow.
I'm investing in the fashion.
Oh shit! The coin critic, BlackSheep and DS.
Yeah.
That's really right on, man. Well, thanks for joining the stream.
Manny.
What's up, Crispy? It's cool seeing new faces out there. You guys, so you've been watching, you just haven't chimed in until now? That's cool. I know there's always like 15 fucking people out there and only 5 people talking in the chat. So
Yeah, I know. It's always like Hexile Degen, IR Filter, fucking Joseph. Joseph is a guarantee. Like, I don't understand how Joseph does anything in life other than watch it.
Ain't he like a fisherman or something?
Yeah. The dude's got like a real job, like a man job where he's got to go out and do like hardcore man shit. And somehow he is always in chat.
He's everywhere. Yeah.
Bro, so you think 8,000 into Hex here is a good play?
Yeah, dude. Do it. You'll be right there with me.
I got about fucking $200 around.
It's the only thing I'm putting my money into right now. I need
I'm
extra
I
cash.
was happy with it.
Because it's the most obvious bet. Like, the supply is fucking lower than it was at all-time high. I already fucking turned 20 into 200K last cycle.
All right,
so
all right. This is Hex versus BNB, okay? Because I'm gonna be selling Elephant for BNB, and then this just double bottom versus BNB.
And I know you're a hodler, dude, and you're a fucking chart watcher and all that shit. You're just gonna sit here and just watch this motherfucker just go stupid this cycle, dude.
Yeah, and I'll tell you guys when I'm getting the fuck out, because that's when you guys need to get the fuck out.
Yeah, I hope it goes over $1 this cycle.
Which time? Which time in Vegas?
Like, honestly, look at with the momentum shift we got. Look at the log chart, just the regular Hex log chart.
It's insane.
And
It's a great.
Are there some upper range targets that we could be looking at there? Because I'm thinking $1 is not where that's just the first fucking rip, dude. I mean, I'm seeing we could possibly go to $2, right?
Yeah, $2.
This next cycle, you think?
Oh, if it's just, yeah.
All right, I'm doing this shit right now.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna wait until the weekly closes, and
I'm proud of you, Node. Especially because you went through and looked at all these charts versus everything else, and it's just kicking everybody's ass, right?
Problem is it's already extended. I mean, is this thing isn't gonna pull back?
Dude,
is
it's not extended, bro. This thing's gonna go from where it's at now.
I got a daily long signal on it, and the daily fucking momentum is.
There's nothing holding it back, dude. There's no resistance between now and 10 cents.
All right. I'm gonna
if Louis Vuitton launches a new
after this call, I'm selling all my elephant for
Tell me yourself, is there anything between where now and 10 cents?
A new Louis Vuitton.
How do I buy Hex? It's only on Uniswap.
Yeah, Uniswap.
A new Louis Vuitton comes out. That's what'll stand between.
So it's an ETH asset. Hex is an ETH asset.
Yeah,
yes.
It's on Uniswap. It's always been there.
Yeah, so I should roll all of my ETH and all of my elephant.
Yeah, and but now we got Pulse Chain coming out, so you have cheaper fees and all that shit. Pulse Chain.
Okay, nice. That's what's up.
Dude ain't fucking around, bro. He's trying to.
How do I bridge my? I need to sell all of my elephant for USDC on Binance Smart Chain and then ship it over.
Yeah, just bridge it with AnySwap.
Yeah, AnySwap.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll do that. And then
don't stake it though; just hold it liquid.
Yeah.
Just hold it, man.
I'm just gonna hold it in my ledger.
You don't want to be staking it when you don't know, because you're gonna be able to call the top.
The only way it's good
Maybe
to
you'll think
stake
you'll
is
call the top.
maybe if you
Then it'll be
got
another
it
top.
super early. If you got
Yeah.
in super early and you have a shit ton of hex, the stake might be worth it.
Yeah.
If you don't have,
especially on ETH
and when I
because it's
say
going to cost
shit
a
ton,
lot
I
to
mean-
unstake it
yeah.
because the ETH fees are high. But that's why Pulse Chain's coming along to fix all that.
Oh yeah, the unstaking is nuts.
Yeah, the
dude. Well,
unstaking
staking
is
you
where
see.
you're gonna get hit. But
Bro,
yeah,
if
right,
that thing
y'all
goes to
don't like
fucking
when
$2,
peer
that's,
pressure on him and shit.
that's what, like 100x or some shit. It's
and
like
you're gonna
what,
be
it's
doing
7
fucking.
cents?
You're gonna go full blown Hexkin daily live stream.
It's only 20. It's
All
only
right, he'll
20.
do
He's gonna be hex
hey,
node by Christmas. Watch.
he'll be the new Bobcat.
like
He's
this,
only doing hex TA and that's it every
Bro,
day.
his whole fucking vision with this is to create a better version of Bitcoin. And imagine buying Bitcoin when the liquidity is super low. The fucking Satoshi owned it all. That's the same type of situation that we're looking at right now with Hex on a very new scale. It's just a baby, dude. It's 3 years old, man.
Well,
Imagine
Richard
10
Hart
years
lies
from now,
and denies
this
though that he
fucking thing
holds
could go,
90%.
dude. It's got less fucking inflation than Bitcoin. It's got the same.
This is my only qualm about buying it right here, dude. Is that it's already at 82 on the RSI.
Yeah.
That's my
It
only
might have a
qualm.
pullback.
Yeah, I might
25%
wait.
now,
What is that on
a little bit and wait for 3
This
days.
is a 3-day chart, yeah. So the
Yeah,
weekly,
buy like
the
25% now,
Okay.
and
Then
then you'll
maybe
see
wait a
if
few
it goes
days.
down.
But
Just DCA it.
dude, look at the chart previously and see how many times it's hit that fucking and then just kept ripping.
the monthly is just now going bullish. So I mean, I probably should just rip a bunch here. Really.
Just look at history. Look at the history of Hex and look at how many times the RSI has been pegged at the top and fucking still kept going.
Yeah, but like you don't want to. I mean, it's just now on the monthly
I
starting
know
to rip.
You know, it's not as. But if you plan on holding it for a minute, you know, get through this fucking cycle. Because I honestly feel like this cycle with Pulse Chain launching and everything else.
Yeah, if he
biggest,
launches Pulse Chain, that's
the biggest cycle that Hex has ever seen. Here, right now, because just boom, mic drop moment.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree. If Pulse Chain launches, I think even this. But
Yeah.
well, or do you think everyone's going to take all their money out of Hex and dump it over into Pulse too? Like that could be another potential.
Could be, but they're gonna roll in tandem, dude. Like Pulse Hex and ETH Hex, they're gonna.
You don't think ETH Hex is going to die out if Pulse is doing well though?
It's never gonna die out, bro. Like
All right,
eventually,
all right, I'm sold.
eventually
Stop. I'm sold.
Eventually, Ethereum will be fixed. You know, like it's just we gotta wait for fucking.
I'm not selling my ETH. I'm gonna sell.
I'm
selling my elephant shitcoin. That has a 3-day fucking
like,
signal on it.
Ethereum's not gonna be super fucked up forever, dude. But in the meantime, he launched Pulse to fix it for now and do shit right.
Anyways, I still have my trunks. I'll collect those.
I believe in the vision, dude.
When they go back to peg, that's great. I'll
his
use
fucking
that.
arrogance and his bitch bags, you know, don't really help his cause, but it's what it is.
His vision is to get himself rich, and the side
Nobody's
effect,
fucking perfect.
other people will get rich too.
Yeah, but he's made so many other motherfuckers rich too, dude. I would have been super fucking stupid rich had I just not listened to the peanut gallery, like people like you just saying, "Oh, it's a fucking scam." You know?
Hey, I was up in the cult. I could have fought that shit. Fucking, oh man, dude.
I was fucking balls deep in the
$112.
cult, dude, and I should have just stayed in there.
Yeah. Damn, dude. Well, I'm yeah. That's almost
Most
suicidal. Because I
most
had
of the
about
hex
fucking
probably-
56 Ethereum too. I got 56 million hex.
It's climbing now. There's more stakes coming in now that everything's coming up. There's a lot of people that you know, cast out their stakes and laughed all over the bank and and you're getting copied. Any hex you buy right now you're gonna get a free copy of it on Pulse Chain, dude. P hex.
Yeah,
you're gonna get a free airdrop. He's giving away free money again.
He 100% controls the market without a doubt.
Yeah, and he like the Bitcoin holders, dude. He gave free fucking hex to anybody that held Bitcoin in a.
Now, what did you have to do?
How is he getting away with this with the SEC? He did airdrop.
Well,
Because
he's been under investigation with the SEC, so who knows?
He's a big Howie Test fucking. He covers all his bases when it comes to like how he talks about it on the live
stream.
stream.
A fucking serial con man before Hex, dude.
Yeah, he knows his way
how to
around,
cover
dude.
his ass.
Yeah.
The dude's smart. He's a brilliant dude, but
bottom line, there's no way that they can ever touch Hex or shut it down, dude. It's completely decentralized. Like there's nothing. Even if he got locked up, like it would still run. Like that's the way it's set up. It doesn't need him to be there, and that's the way it needs to be. It needs to be completely decentralized.
All right, I'm gonna add. I'm adding Hex to my watch list here.
So it was a free claim, meaning he didn't airdrop it. You just had to go and like to a website and claim it for free. Is that how he did it?
Yeah, the free claim for
I got
Bitcoin coin?
I got a fucking 2-month buy signal on this thing.
Yeah, it's gonna do fucking crazy shit, man.
Anyways,
I sat there. I watched it last cycle do some fucking stupid shit when it was like a fucking 0.00001 fucking.
I remember
penny, dude.
I remember. There was some other charting software I was using that actually had all the data on this fucking coin.
Yeah,
I forget what the name of that.
Ian J. You were on a live stream slagging Richard Hart off before the Hex launch. Not surprised.
Yeah. Ethereum's at $1.12 and shit. And I told Richard Hart I would say fucking Hex every time I come on the show for 1 million Hex. And then then I started getting banned from the show because I kept going on there. I didn't get the 1 million Hex, but I was looking for an exit out of that cult. And that's kind of when Richard Hart came on there, and that's when I first heard about it. I think that's the first time BlackSheep talked to Richard Hart, like live stream like this right here. And so yeah, I had a real good chance to get in. You know, because like at the time I had like 56 Ethereum and shit. I was doing my own contract, and so yeah, I could have dumped on my community and bought 56 million X, but I didn't. So.
Oh yeah, you would have dumped this.
No, I didn't. No, I did. I said one thing I've never dumped on my community. I was always the last one because in the contracts that we do, is like say the last man holding the bag gets all the dividends. You know what I'm saying? All the outs. So the last man holding the bag still gets a bag of something.
So when you're on a team, whoever holds their bag the longest when you guys rug pull gets the most?
No. Well, whoever holds the longest gets the most. Whoever holds the longest gets the most. Because when everyone else sells,
when we rug pull, whoever holds the longest gets the bag.
Yeah, whoever holds the longest gets the bag. Because if everyone else sells out, you get like 7% of everything that goes out. It goes into your bag, to your bag. And then pretty soon you got a big ass bag. If everybody's out and you got a big ass bag, there's still a price. You can sell it. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone's already out. So the last one out wins.
Just go all in on Hex.
No, I agree with you on that, Joseph, completely. I don't like him, but I see that I feel like it has a better chance of getting back to all-time high right now. Like, especially if Pulse Chain, if he gives a date for Pulse Chain, there's a good chance that Hex is going to just...
They say testnet 3 is at 70% synced earlier.
I think Hex can do $10 before Bitcoin hits $1 million, for sure. That's just my
well, they're saying, well, fucking 5 cents to $1, that's still a 20x. That's what they're saying like 2 weeks ago. So now we're at like almost 8 cents. 8 cents to $1 is like it's still 10x, 11x.
I'll be okay with that. I'm okay with the 10x trade.
Yeah. Like, who wouldn't be?
I'm okay with the 5x trade.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, because like I said, I got in at I bought some more like 2 cents. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't get a big bag.
All I know is when I bought Hex last time, it was the fucking biggest gains of any coin I'd ever held. So, you know, and I bought like just before it started pumping. Like we were buying it like what 5 to 8 cents. We started. Up.
I don't see Hex going back under 3 cents.
Yeah, I turned probably 30. I did it for like a month straight. Turned 30,000 into like I had like 300,000 at one point. It dropped down to like 200, and then I cashed out.
And you took 70 grand out of there and put it into freaking H&W.
Put it into elephant money, and it fucking tanked. So that was great.
Yeah. Thanks, BT.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, I told you, Mr. Noodle. I said he had a habit of things happening to his contract. I told you the night you said, should I cash out? I said, well, there's a habit of him exploiting his contract.
All right. So here's the hexagon line I'm watching right now. This is on a 15-minute chart.
Zen. I think BlackSheep, didn't you get some Zen? I personally haven't. I have no thoughts on Jack. I don't know enough about him, so
I got about 4 or 5 minutes.
Zen.
So I'm not buying any Hex right now because this right here
looks charts, huh?
Looks like
Zen. I think will do well, but I don't know enough about it and Jack to have a real
well, you can wait. You can wait to buy another top if you want. I mean. Or you can wait till it dumps and you get a little better deal.
I think it'll come back down. I mean, I know it's in a breakout right now, but it's going to retest this break. It'll probably come back down to 6-ish cents here. Yeah. I mean, it's in a.
But like between here and like 10 cents, there's really nothing there, right?
Hang on a second. I'm just charting this a little bit more.
It's going to go 10 cents to 3 cents.
So this is the thing I'm having a qualm with right now is the daily. The daily is diverging, right? It's already overbought. But this is a big flag. And yeah, it can go to like, I don't know, 90 on the RSI and make a big fucking rip. Yeah, it can. It can do that because the stochastics are still poised to go up here with the RSI fucking extended.
Is that your daily?
Yeah.
Okay, look at the last pump and where the RSI was on the last pump, all the way up to 50 cents. The last big mega pump. Where was that RSI when it went from the bottom to the top?
Yeah, 95.
Okay.
So it's already almost there. So like I don't necessarily want to.
Well, look at how many times it hit it on the way up. It was like boom, 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 right?
No, it peaked at 95 and that was the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's just right now it's just got super boner action because there's no supply and there's
No. I'm not saying it doesn't pump. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying that if I'm gonna buy this thing, I'm gonna buy it when the 4 hour is oversold, not overbought.
Yeah, you just want to get the best deal for your money. I get it.
Yeah. I don't want to buy up here, even though it says to buy up here.
I get it, dude.
Yeah.
I just know like Hex has done fucking explosive, like crazy moves that people just didn't understand in the past.
I'm not saying it won't do that. I'm not saying it won't. I mean, I'm looking to buy it.
I've just been buying it, dude. I didn't care if it went up or down. I just bought.
I should have
when
bought
it came down,
here.
I bought some more. When it went up, I bought some more. Like
You should have bought it 2 weeks ago.
I should have bought it.
Everything's a steal right now. If it goes to $1, $2, like it's just a fucking fire sale. As far as
I should have bought it 5.
And Shane should have sold his fucking sap. You know, like we can go on with these conversations all
Bro,
day.
check this out. The 4 hour chart. See how I got this pivot right here? Boom. That was the bottom of the move, and then it just ripped. Okay. So in the 4 hour, when it comes back down and it makes a higher low and it comes back to the bottom of this channel, as it's going to probably do that, 6.2 cents, I will look to buy it here.
Then you can say you called it.
And then it'll actually probably break out of this channel at some point.
What if it breaks out of that channel now though? Then what are you gonna say?
Then I don't buy it. I'm not gonna buy into a pump. Fuck that.
Then you're just gonna let it just keep pumping and get away from you?
And it'll go. That trade got away from me. What am I gonna do?
All right, you guys, don't jump off. I'll see you guys in the chat.
See ya.
Mr. What you said it's gonna reject to? What'd you say? 6 cents?
I mean, it may not. The candles are just starting this break.
I think it's gonna have a pullback.
It could, but then you gotta just keep in mind when Pulse Chain launches, this thing's just gonna go stupid.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's gonna be buying Hex to get the copy of it on Pulse Chain.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I mean. When he announces a date, of Pulse Chain,
that chart won't matter at that point, dude. It's just gonna go.
You'll see a bunch of people just because they want that copy because they're gonna get a copy that they know will be supported on Pulse Chain. You know, he's gonna support his own shit on his own chain.
Anyways, I'm gonna set an alert on the 4 hour for
cool
for Pulse or for Hex.
Set that shit.
And when it comes down here, I'm gonna set it to 40 because it may not go lower than 40 if it's super super bullish, right? But to me, this looks like the RSI is already starting to lose some steam on the 4 hour, right? And the daily we know is already at 80. But the monthly is only at 50. So the monthly is telling me we got months of upside, potentially. Months of upside. But short term, we could see pullbacks along the way. But the trajectory of the asset is up. I even got a 2-month buy signal. So I got a 1 month and a 2-month buy signal. That means multi-months of upside.
Pretty venereal. Yeah, I think everything's a steal, dude. I mean, any price right now. That's my
I mean, obviously some coins are going to do better than others, and obviously we just charted Hex versus ETH. It looks like it's breaking out versus ETH. Hex versus Bitcoin, breaking out versus Bitcoin. Like that to me stands out like a sore thumb. Like find me another asset that's breaking out versus ETH.
Yeah,
maybe Aptos. Oh, that's a good one. Let's do Hex versus Aptos because Aptos crushed everything.
Okay.
Right? All right.
Oh wow, that's so cool. You can do that.
APT USD. All right. Hex is even a buy versus Aptos. Putting in a fucking dildo right here.
That's fucking nuts, dude.
What's Aptos?
Oh my god.
Breakout.
Like, and if you had like history on the Aptos,
that's
chart,
like, a falling fucking wedge.
That's crazy.
All right, sell all your Aptos for Hex. Sell all your everything for Hex.
Oh, everything for Hex, man.
Everything.
Like,
Hex is the all in.
Hex has outperformed everything since its inception. I mean, 2019 has done more X's than anything else.
It's done more Hexes than anything else.
More Hexes. That's fucking stupid, dude.
Yeah, that's a stupid looking.
Now you just got me fucking like seriously focused on this shit. Like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, the charts don't lie, right? They tell a story. So like, if the chart's saying, look at the buy on the bottom here. Look at that. That's fucking sick. Multi-range for the win, boys. You guys don't. I mean, I would. This is a thing, dude. I wouldn't buy. Like, the daily chart is at 83 on the RSI. Like, if I had Aptos, I would not sell it here. Not for Hex, even though I know it's bullish. Just can't do it. It's already extended. It goes against my trading rules. Cannot buy something. Why surprise a person with 2 billion in crypto that owns 97% in 3 years of market making charts that kick ass? There you go. So, would you guys think, or the Coin Critic? Do you think it's a bad idea to buy Hex?
No, he's. I think he's got some good feedback there. The dude created like a fucking just a monster coin that went to the top 10 of fucking. It almost passed fucking Ethereum last cycle, dude. From nothing, like he created from scratch. Just came in and dominated the fucking entire game.
Well, he knows how to market. So marketing is like 90% of the battle in crypto.
Yeah.
So find me a coin that's you know what? Find me a coin that's gonna be well marketed, and I'll buy that coin just because of the marketing. Because I know they'll pump my bag. Like Aptos, that thing did.
And look at the community, man. The Hex community is such a cult fucking following, and it's just been getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Well, that necessarily doesn't impress me because there's a lot of cult following in crypto.
But there's a lot of people that like. I mean, honestly, that's all they have is Hex, and that's all they care about. They just got blinders on it. Everything.
Yeah, they're like smart people that are stupid as fuck. It blows my mind.
There are smart people that are stupid as fuck. That sounds.
Yeah, because when you talk to these people, you know that they're actually super intelligent people. But until they start talking about Richard Hart and how they only own Hex,
like I can't. Me personally, I can't get all maxi fag like that. It's just not in my blood because I like the entire crypto market. I think there's gonna be good. You know, there's a lot of good projects out there, but at the end of the day, dude, like if I just bought Hex, I would have made more money than anything else.
Yeah. Well, now you're in it, so don't worry about it, right? Like you're in, and that's it. You're in like Flynn.
Yeah. But like, dude, I was in it like when it first launched, like, but nobody knew what it was gonna do. People had a clue, like people speculating, and then all these fudders and all these fucking people that saw what he was trying to do, coming and fucking trying to say, oh, you know, and a lot of it was like the Bitcoin maxis. They were like, oh, he's trying to fucking do something better than Bitcoin. Well, he did. He has, and it's only going to get bigger from here. It's just a baby. It's just a baby. Yeah, I don't care much for all that Icosa, Hedron, all that bullshit on the side. I guess maybe it helps the ecosystem, but
yeah, I don't know how it. I just know that all the Hexakins are all into those two.
Stick with the fucking.
Like you were allowed to get Hedron and that other one while Hex was doing bad, like without getting kicked out of the cult.
Right.
They were like, "Oh, you can buy these ones because the cult needed something." Like they were all like,
it was bad, man. Like I was talking about one other thing besides Hex, and I got shiny.
Yeah, dude. Richard Hart has blocked fucking BlackSheep on Twitter just because he bought shit other than Hex. He blocked me because I was going around constantly calling him out on all of his lies and his cons. Yeah, Richard Hart don't like BlackSheep and I. That's why he talked shit about our coin.
So why are you guys supporting this coin? Because you know it's going to go up?
That's the coin I care least. He goes, that's the coin I care least about, the BlackSheep coin.
Yeah.
Cocksucker.
No, I think the coin is great. The technology is great. It's something different than everything else, and I think it's going to do well.
RH is just mad at you, Shane. You didn't put out on that night. You gave him all the wrong signals.
Right.
Well, we're out.
I thought for sure this dude was a power top, and I was about to get slammed all night. Then the guy leaves with a girl.
I think at this point it's kind of just proven, like it survived 3 years, and like a lot of projects don't survive that long. So, oh, sorry. And then we got pulse chain coming. There's a lot of shit, icing on the cake to make this thing just, to make it like what it's supposed to be, because it can't really do what it needs to do or what it's designed to do on Ethereum because of the fees and shit. You can't get new guys. You can't get little guys into it to make any kind of money.
The only way it's worth a while is, lot, big money. Big money.
Yeah, I guess you're spending so much in gas fees.
Look at that fucking wedge break. Talk about a shit coin.
The old man version. Yeah, I know Conrad shit. I just haven't gotten into it.
Well, that's something similar
it's just
to
basically
Hex.
a reflective token on it's going to pulse chain and all that.
Okay.
Everybody wants their own token, man. We got the sheep token, you got the PZen. And we can still end up going on pulse chain too. It's just like we've been waiting 2 years for this shit to come, so it's like,
Well, I'm sold on Hex, so I'm going to buy it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep buying it. That's what I did last time. Buy it from like 5 cents to 50 cents. No,
I missed the buy though. The buy was down here at 2 cents.
Mm-hmm. It was New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Crazy shit.
So I'm gonna wait to buy it, I think. Yeah, man. I already missed the 4X.
Yeah.
I know. That was a Gallo move right there.
Richard Hart stops showing all these tweets of him blowing millions of dollars, and look, the price starts pumping. Dude, I wish we had a chart for that to show his Twitter shopping sprees versus the price. Because bro, they would dump, and he would have these he'd be like, look at my $10,000 outfit, where you look like a 60-year-old white woman who does crafts all day.
Yep. Crazy.
But
he's definitely got that. What do they call it? What type of marketing is it?
Oh, outrage market. No, it wasn't. It was him blowing money, trying to look like some freaking douchebag. And he's like, it's marketing, because everyone was mad.
No.
But hopefully he's over his whole shopping for women's clothing.
No, I'm sure there's gonna be more when Pulse Chain comes out.
What do you guys think? You think Bitcoin's gonna hold the channel? Because that's where it's at right now. It's literally on a cliffhanger right here. Look at this.
Bitcoin?
That's Bitcoin.
What is that? That's the daily?
That was a 3-day chart. This is now the daily.
I don't know.
So
I'm just find the better version of Bitcoin.
Flexing drives out speculators, making people mad was the game, I think. So that way he could buy up even more at a cheaper price.
Hex can only be bought by ETH only. You can buy it on anything on the Ethereum chain.
What do you?
You can technically you can technically buy it on. There's liquidity on Polygon on Matic, but if you want cheap fees, I mean, you can hold a small bag there. I wouldn't get crazy with it over there.
Is it Sushi Swap that you buy it on, right?
Uniswap, right?
Sushi
Uniswap.
ordinary.
Okay. I don't
There's
ever
no-
even.
So
Matt
I
Status
think
Spicy.
Bitcoin's gonna hold because look what it's doing, making a higher low on the RSI.
Wow. One of those things.
Wow. It's just gotta make a higher. It's gotta break 24K tomorrow. That's all we gotta do, guys. Break 24K tomorrow, and I think we are full send for Bitcoin to the top of the channel.
Good shit.
Which is what 30-something thousand, high 20s.
The channel that I drew here is up to like 27-ish.
Okay, so 27-ish.
And that is confluent with a 3-day, 200-day moving average, which is right around right here, 27,000.
Nice. Let's hope so.
That's what it's looking like. It's looking like. Looks okay. It looks like it's really, really consolidating here, and it's really trying to put in these lows. So slow, methodical moves are actually stronger than hyper parabolic moves.
Yeah.
Right? Lots of consolidating here means you're building a nice base. You're building a nice support, right? It's good. It's really good for the market to do that. So cool. I'll be right back for a second.
All righty. You're awfully quiet, Morpheus. He's probably passed out.
Nah, I ain't passed out. Shut up, fucker.
It's either that or beating white women, or you're passed out after beating fat white women.
Hey, I don't beat no women. That's not the gentlemanly thing to do. I might beat them to their plate of food and eat it before them with some shit like that. If that's what you're talking about, yeah, I might do that just to be a dick. But other than that, nah. Yeah, no. It's funny. I helped my girl get another car because my brother ended up fucking her over. And fucked her car up and shit. And thing was, she bought it off her cousin who didn't even have the fucking title to the car. I'm like, are you shitting me? Oh yeah, I'll get the title at the end of the month. They'll give it to me, but the end of the month came. It's like, look, you either got the title or we're gonna need that money back. So
People are selling cars without titles and thinking that that's okay.
it's her little young dumbass cousin or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And she fell for it, hook, line, and sinker, because it was a decent car for the money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was a beater for sure, but it was a beater with a heater, and it had a decent engine in it, and the transmission was solid and all that shit. But like a day after she got it, and I mean literally a day after she got it, the motherfucking water pump started leaking, and I'm like, motherfucker. So I had to change the water pump and do all this fucking work to it. Change the oil, change the filter, blah, 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 put the water pump on. And I was going to get around to patching this little leak that's in the power steering line, but I couldn't really work that well in freezing rain. And I mean literally freezing.
When yesterday?
Rain. No, it was the week, like the weekend before last or whatever. But yeah, no. And then she's like, oh, well, I can't get the title. Oh, you can't get the title? The fuck? after I've been working on this motherfucker, I'm glad I didn't. And like the windshield had a crack in it. I had it scheduled to get the windshield guy to come out and put a new windshield in it and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm glad as fuck I didn't get that shit done. I'd have been mad as fuck. I would have went out there and broke that windshield. And before I gave it back to her, I'd have been like, yeah, don't worry about that. Yeah, fuck you. You getting the car back just as shitty as you gave it to us. So,
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah. They still threw stones because the guy was a lifetime con man, dude. Duh. You don't just come off of that kind of history and like people just okay. Yeah. That well fuck dude, we don't that's something we don't ever I don't know if I've ever experienced frozen rain like bad. Like I've had a little bit where it freezes, but it as soon as it hits the ground it melts.
No,
I just wonder why nobody cares about the fucking lifeline comment thing except you. Like nobody. I don't hear anybody out there talking about it.
Yeah, because other people don't have the same moral compass. Theirs is different.
Y'all, this is a lesson for everybody. Do not fucking burn Shane in any kind of way. He holds a grudge. You will forever be a fucking comment in his eyes, and he'll keep his eyes, and he don't give a fuck. You better not cheat him out of a buck or two. Forget to give it to him or something. Oh, you're a fucking con man, eh? You're a con man, eh? Okay.
Yeah, no, you con a penny out of someone I know. That's it. Game on, bitch.
Yep. Shane holds a grudge. I can respect that. I get it. You do you, player.
It's not holding a grudge. You didn't do it to me.
Yeah, but he didn't have to do it to you. You're one of them smart motherfuckers. You ain't got to personally lose to learn a lesson. And I get that too. You're smart. You know what I'm saying? I get that. But you're like, nah, fuck you, man. You a shady little motherfucker, dude.
If there was a way without him enriching himself, it would be different.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. I mean,
at least other people. I hope all my friends. I always say that. I don't want any of my friends who've invested into Hex to lose their money. I never do. I want them to still. That's why I said I hope it goes over $1. When Cross and all them like, it gets like I'm not mad if it pumps. I'm happy because then I'm happy for Sheep and everyone else.
Well, I didn't put in on a pulse on the pulse sacrifice, but I put in on a pulse X sacrifice.
Yeah, I did too. Whatever liquid Hex I had, because it was already a fucking massive loss. So I was like, yeah, maybe I'll be able to break even or ROI or even make a little bit off of that.
So I got a little something coming with pulse X, but Hex, I think I got like maybe 600 Hex.
Yeah, I don't have a shit ton.
Shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So
no. We used to be paired with Crow, Crypto.com, and now we're migrating over to BNB. I'm not saying it's true, but Anna, I'm down on Hex, but that's not why. It's the human being that represents Hex is my problem with Hex.
Yeah, he doesn't like. Shane's a little bigoted. He don't like them homosexuals.
F you.
You don't like them homosexuals. He's like the Hitler of gays. Shane is.
One minute you say I'm the Hitler of them, the next minute you say I'm the king of them. Make up your damn mind.
No, well, you're like the Hitler of gays.
I can't be one of them. I'm like choking on it and then I cut it off and be like, you no good, silly 3 series. Got your wiener.
And say Hitler hated Jews. Hitler was a Jew. That's like you, Shane. You do the gayest shit and then hate on gay people, which is fucking hilarious. Like, really, dude? Really?
Yeah, that's what a lot of people saying Forex did with Drip with those recent pumps, changing up the liquidity. I don't understand how that works. How changing up the liquidity boosts the price, because people said that's what Forex was doing too. or whoever on the team was doing to help boost the price by like pulling liquidity from a pool or some shit.
Trouble with the phone thing? I'll be there. Give me your phone. Here's your coffee.
What do you mean the menu's online?
I'm afraid I'm needed elsewhere.
Shawn Mendes.
Who's watching that?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me turn that shit.
I was all listening, like, what the fuck?
I had fucking Family Guy going in the background. They had a episode the other night that had me dying like a motherfucker. Apparently, Lois got Peter hypnotized because he didn't want to go down on her or whatever. So she got him hypnotized to where every time he heard a trigger word, he would instantly go down on her and take care of her, and he would think he's eating an ice cream and shit, which had me dying and shit. Right. Well, anyways. They go to visit her mom and dad. He goes up to give her mom like a tray of food or something, and that trigger phrase came on, and he started going down on her mom, dude. I was like, "What the hell?" Oh,
Wow,
man. It was so twisted, man.
Dude, that show is so messed up. Like, but I love it. It's a good show.
I know. Prime time.
Even sometimes when I watch it, like some of the old ones, I'm like, holy shit, I don't remember it being this bad. Like,
yeah, McFarlane, he's twisted, but he's funny as shit. You can't deny how hilarious he is. But yeah, I was just dying. I'm like, man, that was a truly good episode. And they were all traumatized on the trip home in the car, and then on the radio comes a Weird Al version of "Beat It." You got to eat it. And they're like, oh, and they turn it off. I'm like,
don't you make me repeat it. Have some more chicken, have some more ham. I loved that song.
Yeah, well.
It's spam, just eat it. Eat it, just eat. Mm-hmm. Ooh, ooh. I used to know that whole song when I was a kid. Eat It was way cooler than Beat It. Oh, dude, there's some Weird Al Yankovic movie that came out I haven't watched yet.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Probably is funny. I'm guessing it's called Weird, I think is what it's called.
Nah, I think Weird Al is one of us. Isn't he there, Evan? He's one of us.
I think he's a Jew.
By the way, did you go ahead and get your credentials to become a Moyle yet there, buddy?
Yeah, that happens on Saturday. I need to actually study for this test.
It's Saturday. Yeah, you don't want to snip too much. You don't want to snip too much. Yeah, no, they won't.
You're snipping your boys.
You're funny.
You're snipping it yourself.
Snip, 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 snip.
You're doing it yourself.
I'm gonna have a knip shit.
Snip the tips.
Oh man, what if you slip your snip and then your boy's got a little dome?
Well, hey, look, there's been accidents.
And he won't be a grandpa.
Well, there's been accidents where there's been problems. I mean, but it's rare. It's rare. Just one unlucky little boy.
Well, that's enough for me today, guys. You guys can chill on here if you want.
All right.
I'm out. Thanks for showing up. Not at all. Giving us your time.
Sounds good. Yep. Appreciate you guys having me on the show. We'll do it. We'll do it next week.
And he's gone.
And poof, he dropped smoke.
Right. When Lambo. Yellow. Lambo.
Didn't start yet. Uh-oh.
But
all right, now it's time for the fun shit now that Dad left. All right. So, all right, I don't even drink. We're all taking shots. No.
Wow, like that? Really?
Let's do it. I don't drink, but if I do,
are you trying to get him strikes, buddy? Alcohol use on the stream. It's gonna be like, Shane, what the hell?
Okay,
man?
what if I'll pour it into my drinkable yogurt?
Yeah, you better make it look healthy, buddy. Make it look healthy.
Okay, look how much is in that bottle. That bottle is what, 2 years old?
Wow.
Yeah, I've had that bottle for over 2 years.
Okay, so not a humongous fan of drinking. You drink only special
Like
occasions.
I said, I don't drink. Yeah, very often.
Yeah, neither do I.
Yep. This was on New Year's. That bottle was 2 years old.
My body doesn't care for alcohol too much. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Mine
I
doesn't
might,
like it either. Now that I'm older.
yeah, I might have a Jack and Coke or something, but I always feel like dog shit the next day. I feel like hammered shit, boy. I tell you.
I don't even have to wait the next day. Like when Jenny took me to the BLM Kill Whitey hair show last Sunday.
Oh my god!
I had 2 like ciders because I was like, fuck it, I'll get something light and easy. By the time I was like, I took like a couple sips off the second one, I was like, ugh, I feel hungover and gross. And she's like, really? Yeah, it happens that fast. But I never got my first hangover till I was 27. And it wasn't because I didn't drink till I was 27. From the age of like, I don't know, my mid 20s to that 27, I drank like a fish. And one day I woke up with a hangover and was like, what the fuck happened? My roommate was like, ha, I don't feel bad for you. Get fucked because all these years you never got one. Dude, he would come out of his bedroom and he'd say the whole house, it would smell like booze coming from my room. And here I'd come, bink, waking up at the fucking butt crack of dawn after sleeping 4 hours and be like, hey, what's up, dude? Turning on music and shit.
Damn. Yeah. You had one of those immune systems where, the alcohol just did its cumulative damage to your body and finally caught up with you. That's what happened.
Yeah, dude. Nowadays, and if I do drink, usually it's only like if we go out to eat dinner, maybe I'll get like a bottle of red wine that we'll split, or if we go to like sushi or like a teppanyaki grill, I'll get like a bottle of cold sake.
Oh, okay.
That's about it, dude. That's about the only things that don't make me. I mean, not every time I drink. Sometimes I could potentially drink the rest of that bottle and have no hangover and be fine. I could drink, or I could potentially drink half of a drink off of it, half a shot, and be like, oh god.
I could have like some sake with some sushi and shit. Yeah, that's no problem if I'm at a Japanese place or something. But yeah, no, as far as like trying to drink, in a capacity to get wasted or something like that, that's just seems really stupid to me. And I'm like, nah, I'm good.
How about you, Evan? You drink?
Not really. A little bit here and there.
Not, yeah. You're not. I wouldn't see you as the kind of guy that would sit there, get inebriated, and act a fool. And if so, it'd be like once in your life. Maybe during college a couple times.
Yeah, exactly.
I see Evan as more like the Seth Rogen character in that movie that just came out. What was that one where he ended up shitting himself on the bachelor party or some shit? He got so wasted. Yeah, you're the guy. You're the guy. He shit himself. He got so wasted, man. And you'd be like, shut the fuck up. Quit. No, that wasn't.
See, no one can tell though. Like I'm good at hiding it. Like I can be belligerent and drunk, and if I'm not feeling like that feeling, people would have no clue. I'd like look at them and be like, "Yeah, I'm completely wasted." Really? Oh yeah. I don't even know how I'm standing here talking to you, but I'm good at hiding it.
I did a lot of drinking in my teen years when I was in my teens and shit. Stupid shit.
See, I didn't really start drinking till after I turned 21. I mean, I drank a few times before 21, but not really much.
I drank all the time before I was 21. I didn't give a fuck about that shit, man.
I've always preferred cannabis over alcohol my whole life. Still to this day, So, but I did like in my early 20s and into my like mid 30s, I would drink pretty often. There was one point in like my mid to late 20s when I was a musician, I would go out and drink a minimum of like 4 to 7 days a week. And I would drink when I didn't go out, I would sit at home a lot of times and like have my bottle of like Captain or Sailor Jerry's or or whatever the hell, or freaking Jameson, and just drink a bunch of drinks at home. Like I used to drink probably every night.
Yeah, when I was in my teens and I was drinking, I was also smoking weed too. But when the other fellas wanted to go out and get into trouble and do dumb shit after we smoked weed, I go out and I'm like, man, I ain't going nowhere. I'm about to chill here with the homeboy sister. You know what I'm saying? And I would, give me some head, pass out, wake up in the morning, go and take my ass home. So yeah, no, I wasn't about going out getting into trouble doing dumb shit, man. Fuck that, man. Nah, I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm setting up some alerts on Mover so that when they start going off, I know when to sell it.
Oh, dude, when you said you were gonna buy Hex like BlackSheep, like I think he got a tear in his eye.
Why is that?
Oh, because he was excited. He's like, okay, you got him. He probably was like, I couldn't get Shane, but I got NODEITALL.
I'm just looking at a chart, man. Chart looks good. I'll buy it. You gotta tell me twice. The chart looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm in this business to make money. So
Animal Farm Pig, there's nothing to check. It's wrecked, and more wrecked.
Are you gonna send me some drip to look at it or what?
I doubt it. Is it on there?
It is. Pig's token.
Animal Farm Pigs is? No shit.
This is the pig token, right?
It looks like it. What was the all-time high where it launched?
$2,000.
Yep.
Holy shit.
See, that's why when people try and say, "Oh, how'd you lose so much money on it?" Because I fucking bought it at that price, and a lot of it, bro. A lot, $80,000 I put into that ecosystem. The get fucked farm, the hostage farm.
Oh, I buy shit at $2,000, man. Fuck.
But I made a lot of money off
T-Rev. I will say the daily looks like it's starting to diverge. All right, and you're at a range low on this coin. All right, so it does look like it might be rounding out and diverging, and those are all good signs for a reversal back up. Okay, so right, you have a higher low on the RSI, another higher low on the RSI with a lower low on the price, right? Low on the RSI, higher low on the RSI, higher low on the RSI with the lower lows on price. So whoever asked about this coin, it does look like it could see a reversal back up, and your range
never back to that fucking over $1,000.
Your range on this coin is really to the top, which is $180.
Fuck you, Hex Tweaker. Eat a dick.
Now I'm just looking at TA. So like if there's metrics on
did you see this? He said post your Addy, I'll send you 50 drip.
Sure. I'll post my Addy and you'll send me 50 drip. Sounds good. 1 second. I will get you that. Let's see. I think it's on this account. So I'll post it in, where do I post it?
Maybe Telegram, so that way it's.
Who do I message?
Hey, Hexile Degen, DM him on Telegram, so that way he doesn't have to blast his shit, so he can keep himself private if he wants.
Yeah. Instead of advertising his wallets for the IRS.
Well, some people like to wall watch. I don't care. Like my wallet, I've got different wallet addresses, like on a couple of different ways people find them. That are in our group. Smart people, it's easy to find anybody's.
I'll just post it in the Node Calls group, and you guys can tip me on this address. BSC. Drips on BSC, right? Yeah, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
See that, Evan? You ain't even started becoming them well, and you're already getting tips.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hopefully,
yes. So
hopefully
there,
you get the whole tip.
so there's the address, and so it's diverging on the daily chart, which to me is a good sign for a reversal. You have a downsloping channel, and the channel, if it does start to recover here, which we don't have a daily
I
signal
don't
or
have
anything.
faith in it anymore. I've lost all faith in it myself.
Anyways, if you're just looking at RSI, low, higher, low, right, and you're in the channel, okay, in the channel, and once you do break the RSI on this channel, the price will follow it later on.
I hope so.
Okay, but I mean, I'm not really calling for anything crazy here because I don't really see anything that bullish. I just see some RSI maybe making higher lows and diverging. So you're starting to diverge on the daily, and you could maybe go back up to test the top of the channel, which is around $72, which actually happens to be this area of resistance right here. $72. What do you know?
That would be nice.
So that's what it's looking like it might do here in the short term, next few days, maybe next week, given Bitcoin doesn't just start shitting itself, right?
It's a lot of ifs, man.
Man, I'm just looking at a chart and giving you a probability. This is probably a really good place to buy it if you were to buy it because of its divergence and where you're at in relation to the range low.
Okay.
Right? So there's a high probability chance that it does go back to that $72 to $73 range.
I would really like to see it get like, I don't know, at least over the $500 range personally.
Yeah, keep dreaming, buddy.
I'm no.
Why you shouldn't buy at the top, fucker?
Well, I made a lot of money though, off of the P-Rev. So, like half of the probably like half of the 80 grand that I put in, was
I will say, sorry to cut you off. I will say though, if it does start doing some stupid shit, like maybe it does, let's just say maybe it attempts to break the channel. If it breaks the channel, you have a lot of resistance at this $100 region. It will come back to test the $70 range if it breaks out, and then you could maybe then get yourself back up to 186.
That'd be nice.
Total possibility, right? I mean, you don't really have too much resistance here once you break this $100 region, which happens to be the middle of this channel, which the channel is pretty clear that there's a lot of price action that happened in this channel. But once you get above this 134 order block, there's really nothing here. It can just go straight back up to 185. And if you break 185, well, then you're talking about maybe a major move. All right. These are all big what ifs to have happen. I know this coin gets sold on a daily, right? It's like trunk, it just gets sold.
Yep.
So
most people, I think, that are in it aren't selling it. But
they're maxis, yeah.
Yeah. But right now the emission rate on it is deflationary. So
there's tokenomics built in for it to create buying pressure. If there are tokenomics built in for buying pressure, then this TA will be respected.
Yeah.
If there isn't, and people are just selling this thing to just get cash, well, then this thing can keep diverging and keep making lower lows on price.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because they have like when you go look at in the pools on the pools page on the Animal Farm for pigs and dogs, it lets you know when it's deflationary, restricted, pegged, or maximal.
I will say we have a 3-day buy signal that's in, but it hasn't crossed the plane up yet, right? And so these are early signals that come in. So, and after we get white candles, guys, you guys know what happens. So after the candles stop turning white, we could see something like this where it made white candles here and it got a pump up. It didn't make a big pump, but eventually then it tried to make this run. But this was like probably when it was just launched and after it crashed, right? So But yeah, so like if you do the Fibonacci's, okay.
That's what I'm doing too, Hexiled. Like it's not even worth selling at these low prices.
So check it out.
Earning the little bit of BNB that I earn, like with what I don't have a lot of pigs left because I did sell some after they.
So it makes some sense that look, see how it did a full retracement to the 382 fib extension. The 382 fib extension is typically where we could get reversal at, which is where it did reverse perfectly. So if this is the bottom, we'll reclaim this $113 area as support. Okay, we don't know if this is the bottom yet. We don't, even though we see the divergence happening on the daily RSI. Okay, if it does start to break back above this $100 region, like I said, this $100 region is a big area, and it comes back down to retest this level, which is right here, this $72 level as a support. It's going to go back up to the 382 fib extension, which is the top of the range. And so it's like TA Tetris. It's literally perfect. So that's it. You get back up to $100, you're going to probably see 175. You break 175, there's nothing here. This thing went straight down. So it could actually really just go after 175 or 180, whatever this is here. All right.
Nice.
That's
I hope it does.
the TA on this shitcoin here, Pigs token.
I hope it moves up.
I hope it does for everybody that's involved in it, for sure. But TA usually gets respected after you get those oversold candles, which, by the way, is an STP indicator. I'm not here to show the product, but if you guys want to be as part of the system, as part of what I do here to teach you guys, this is stuff is applicable to any asset on TradingView, whether it be a Forex pair, a crypto pair, a stock, anything. These trading tools will really help you out, and they're really not expensive. So I think if you're in this game and you're making money just buying shitcoins, you'll know when to buy and sell your shitcoins. So.
Damn, I still can't believe all my BUSD got sucked out like that. I just tested to see. I just claimed on the ARC NFT just to see if it'll keep it there.
Do we have any viewers that are subscribed to any of the STP products? I want to see ones in the chat.
Come on, guys.
I know Puff Passive is Spliffs. I know he's from the elephant community. I remember him messaging me, so I know he's one. He's a one.
Puff Pacifist. That's funny shit.
Puff Passive, yeah, with Spliffs.
With Spliffs. Puff Passive with Spliffs.
It's rad. Nice, man. I'm glad you're enjoying the products, man.
Yeah, if I was more into trading, I would definitely do it.
Yeah. I mean, you don't even have to be day trading. You could be swing trading. Like we're looking at the 3-day multi-range indicator is sick, right? It comes in before the weekly. It tells you exactly what's going to happen. That's why I was like, man, I'm going to sell all my elephant token for Hex. The weekly on Hex is printing long. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll really let's pray for Bitcoin to hold this channel that it's in right now. It's really at a pivotal spot. If it ends up still rejecting here, it's going to come back down and test the bottom of this channel again. And if we start making closures below, 22.8K, we got trouble ahead. All right. So let's see what happens. So far, it's just been it's starting to try to round out. You can see it's trying to round out here. So we'll see. I mean, we know we have a monthly short on the DXY. Okay. That is for sure in, but that could be late. That could also be a late signal. So let's just see how that goes. The DXY is still, the 3-day went long. Okay. The 3-day went long here. So we could be looking at a short-term reversal for the DXY, but the monthly is still short. But if you look carefully, it's actually holding the median channel here. And we got this breakout, and this was the back test. And we could see, the dollar rally up to like 107 and then come back down and retest this area. And that's where if we retest and we hold this low, that's where we could see major dumping happen, because that's confirmation of the dollar actually showing strength. Right. So I'm not too scared just yet. Not until we get this retest after this initial retracement back up for the dollar. So, yeah, and
I still haven't touched the elephant futures.
Yeah, I haven't done anything with BUSD because what happens when BUSD is no more and they're not minting any more of it? Then what? You're stuck with BUSD, right?
Or some guy comes and steals all the BUSD out of your wallet.
That's so fucked up, man. I feel bad as fuck for you guys that got fucking robbed on that shit.
It probably was Richard Hart. That's probably who it was. He's like, oh, I'm gonna get this I'm gonna go get Black Sheep and Shane. Only them, just them.
So what's nice is we're actually printing a 2-day sell signal on the dollar. That's good. That's good. I want to see tomorrow the dollar continue its descent. This is a rising wedge on the dollar. And we actually broke it. We broke it today. And we're probably going to come back up to back test this breakdown. So we got the breakdown candle. We're now going to come up to back test this 104 or maybe close to 105 area. And then we're going to see the dollar breakdown. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. And the dollar does have support here. Right here is the support for the dollar, 3.4.
I'll be right back. I got to tell Jenny she left her light on in her car.
I can see a dead battery.
So I appreciate the folks that sent me some drip. Let me see if I actually got it. I got a $20 USDC tip. That's cool. I didn't get any drip. Nobody sent me drip.
Well, it looks like it's on inside. Go double check, because usually I can tell the difference.
I think RH is watching the show. He tweeted out right after we talked about flexing. About flexing because he was bored.
Man, how come I don't see the drip? I see the transaction, but it was.
Well, Richard Hart knows exactly who Black Sheep and I are, and he doesn't like either of us.
Well,
how come I don't see the drip in my wallet?
You need to start putting out, Shane. Don't be going on them gay dates if you ain't gonna put out, buddy.
Wait a second. I'm really confused. So somebody sent a transaction, and I clicked on the transaction. It looked like it was drip, but it wasn't showing its drip.
And Evan has lost his money before.
And welcome to the No BUSD Club, Evan. Oh, it went into your faucet.
I got some Matic token. The fuck?
Matic? Somebody sent you Matic?
I guess so. Somebody sent me Matic.
Oh, he airdropped it to you.
Oh, cool. I also got some Matic tokens. So thank you so much for whoever sent the $22 of Matic.
There you go.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate that.
You better hope that wasn't a scam.
No, I'm looking at it on the blockchain. It's definitely real. Let me see. I need to import that. I never kept Matic on this wallet, so I gotta add that contract to this wallet. How do I do that? Yeah, I got 22 Matic. Thank you so much. And it was airdropped to my address. Okay, so I could go to like the drip faucet or whatever, and it'll be there. Let's see.
Yeah, you'll see it added to your balance.
To my available balance, right? Nice.
No.
To my deposits?
It goes into your deposit.
Oh, cool. I'll never really know if that was added, but I trust it. I trust you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Hexile Degen's cool. He's been around a while. I would believe him if he said he sent it to you.
I see the transactions they sent. I just I didn't know. Cool, man. Thank you so much for the tip. Thank you all for the tips. Sheep sent me $20 to thank you, Sheep, with 20 USDC.
And pretty soon you're going to be thanking your son with the tip, huh? Or with the lack thereof.
Wow.
Oh man, that's fucked up, dude.
How now? Let me ask you a question. I'm just curious. So when you're being Jewish, when the boy does get a circumcision, is it like a big deal? Do you guys like have like a little party? I'm not trying to be a smart ass.
So Gabe didn't have like a normal bris because he was a preemie, and we didn't want too many people around for that. But yeah, it is kind of like a celebration, so to speak.
I thought like a little party with the family, right?
Yeah, usually just like a brunch or something, right? And like, yeah, do the circumcision, and then it's kind of a get together, yeah.
Well, at least you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys don't do what they do, and I think it's Indonesia. So they gave the boy the circumcision, right? They took the little piece of skin, they gave it to Grandpa. Grandpa throws it in his mouth. Starts chewing it up and chasing it with a banana. And apparently it's like part of their culture that grandfathers will do that with their grandson's foreskin when they circumcise.
It's pretty grody.
I want to say it was in Indonesia that they did that. And I was like no way, Grandpa. Like they give it to Grandpa, he looks at it, he shows it to the camera, and he just like throws it in his mouth, and he's chewing on it while he's peeling his banana. And he starts eating his banana to chase it.
Gives a whole new meaning to eat a dick, Grandpa.
Oh, I know. Wow. I was like, what? Oh. I would be so mad if I had a grandson. See, look, doesn't it look like the light's on? Hello?
Anyways, so let's hope that the dollar actually breaks down here and goes to 102.95 or breaks below 103.429. That's the level we're looking to break for the DXY. And we'll see how this goes. We did get a counter trend long that came in right at support, which makes sense. The weekly short up here was good. It's still technically short. We didn't get a weekly long signal in, and we're coming up to we just came up to test the median 21 EMA. We're right at it right now. So we got a little bit of rejection today, a little bit of a pullback. But zooming in, you can see on the daily chart that it looks good. So
nice.
Started printing, like 8-hour shorts. There it is, and we'll see. If we get a continued breakdown.
Hey, Atlas, how you doing, buddy? Let's get this crypto, man.
Oh, DS Crypto, man. Yeah, you snuck in on us again, dog.
Hey, man, I just been hanging out eating some pizza rolls, man.
Yeah? Is that what you've been doing, huh?
Oh, yeah, man. I love pizza rolls. I mean, look at all my chins.
Oh, God.
Wow, dude.
This sounds awful.
You still out there doing sexual favors for those H&W NFTs, man?
Well, I mean, it's customer relations, baby.
Customer relations?
That's right.
Wow.
If you would have got your Ultimo card, you'd know about my customer relations.
Dog, I'm done. You better quit picking on Diaz. He's gonna come on here and be like, fuck you, fuck him, fuck all of y'all.
Well, Atlas went all fucking Mexican on us. He's all jaw-jawing us.
He sees you in person, stabs you with a Phillips head screwdriver.
He's remember, not all the Bay Area is like them fairy boys. The Bay Area is a weird area because you have like some of the roughest, toughest parts of the West Coast, and then some of the silliest, fruitiest, fun time areas.
Fruitiest fun time areas. I love that.
Yeah. Don't break into no bathhouse stories there, Shane. We're not trying to hear all that, buddy. And what you did in a bathhouse in the Bay Area, man.
You were the one in the Navy, man.
Oh, here we go with that shit again. Y'all just want to hate on the Navy, huh? All right.
In the Navy.
Oh shit.
They kicked Shane the fuck out in the Navy because he
Because he
wouldn't
go down. I almost joined the Navy.
Did you really?
Right.
Yeah, I didn't know that they were at first I didn't know they were known to be all the fairies. Till all my cousins, my cousins all laughed at me that were in every other branch but the Navy, and they were like, of course he'd be the one to go in the Navy. Like I was the youngest cousin, and
yeah, there were some fruity dudes in there. I ain't gonna deny that for sure, man. I remember that chief. I never been on a fast boat. I'm like, oh, what in the fuck did I sign up for? I was like, hell.
Could you imagine them being in the military nowadays, where like the soldiers? I think they took it away already, but they had a little card like during basic training. If they started getting like triggered and they were gonna have meltdowns and couldn't handle it, they'd pull out their little red card or whatever and show it to their drill sergeant. And drill sergeant had to like freaking coddle them.
What the fuck? Nah,
I don't think they're doing it anymore. I think it was like a very short time that they did that shit. But yeah,
I was a smart ass. I didn't give a fuck. I talk shit my entire time. You know what I'm saying? In fact, they tried to set me back in training. They tried to set me back in training in boot camp because I was such a smart ass, but they couldn't. I had the highest academic average out of 132 people, so they couldn't set me back. They were bad as fuck. And so I went to the Divo, the division officer. They sent me over to him. He's like, look, you need to talk to your RDCs and find out what their beef is with you. And I went to him. I'm like, I'd like to know what the problem is. They're like, well, you're always smiling during muster, and we don't think you take it very seriously because you're always cracking jokes and shit. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I can stop doing that. I can pretend to be a serious asshole. I mean, during muster, whatever. But yeah, they tried to set me back in training, man. They were mad as fuck. They couldn't because my academic average is so fucking high. Yeah. So, no.
Any other charts you guys want to look at for a dip set?
Hey, let's check out that Luna.
Let's not check out Luna.
He's like, let's not, and say we did.
Well, in real life, Gomer Pyle, the actor, yeah, it turned out he was gay. I just found that out like probably last year that actor in real life was gay.
Oh, really? The guy who played Gomer Pyle? Really?
Yeah. Because you could back in the 60s when he was, at the height of his fame and his work, he couldn't admit he was gay. I don't know when he came out. Like I said, I just found out like I think last year. I think it was Jenny that told me. I was like, Gomer Pyle's not gay. He's just a funny, silly guy. And she's like, no, the guy is gay in real life. And I looked it up and I was like, oh, be damned. I guess he is. Yeah. But then his mannerisms kind of make more sense because you thought, his mannerisms were kind of silly if you ever watched that old Gomer Pyle USMC.
No, I ain't saying that. No. The closest thing I saw to Gomer Pyle was fucking Full Metal Jacket. where they picked on that motherfucker until he blew the drill sergeant's brains out and then his own brains out. So yeah, What the hell are you doing? Choke yourself with my hand, you fucking dummy. Yeah, so no.
So when you went through basic training because you were Navy, it was pretty easy, right?
I wouldn't say it was easy per se. We had a 72-hour battle stations fucking drill to conclude everything. Which you had to stay awake for 72 hours and do stupid shit like go through fucking training courses, go under barbed wire and shit. And
what?
Yeah,
they make you stay up for 72 hours?
Yeah, 72 hours battle stations training. Yeah,
that's fucking terrible. What are they giving you guys? Meth? No wonder why all the Nazis were freaking using meth.
No, we didn't get any stims at all. No stimulants at all, buddy. And if we fell asleep, that was it. You got sent back. You got set back in training. That was it.
Damn.
Everybody wanted to get the fuck out of there. They
Damn,
wanted to be
dude,
done with
that's one of the reasons why the Nazis in World War II, they fought so fucking hard, because they invented meth, dude, and they were giving them it in replacement of food. Can you
Du
imagine?
kleine Tina, yeah.
Yeah, you get like half of your food rations, and you get a little like your little meth rations with it.
Du kleine Untina, yeah. It's good, yeah.
People are trading their food for the other people's pills.
No, I don't want the food. I want the speed, yeah. Hand it over, yeah.
Imagine giving a bunch of tweakers guns and being like, go fight.
Well, all that shit back then. Who knows what the hell really happened? I'm sure there's some really shady shit that went on back then, and we'll never get a completely 100% accurate depiction.
Oh, dude, the German army was experimenting on the German soldiers, because my grandma's brother, when he went, he got drafted, and he was 19 years old when he died. And when they gave his body back to the family, he was 19 years old with a full head of gray hair. And when he got drafted, his hair was black. So it wasn't like he prematurely was already gray. It wasn't very long that from the time that he got drafted till he died. So the only explanation would be that the fucking shitbag Nazis were even experimenting on their own. Like, not just the Jews, they were doing it to their own. Like, well, and my who is it? I think it was my great grandparents. Somebody like way out, or no, great grandparents, somebody like real old, like couple generations older than me. They were old, so when the German army came to town, they drowned whoever it was, my like great grandparents, because they were too old. And the war was coming closer to that part of Germany, and they were going to take up rations. So they killed all the old people in the village.
Wow, like that, huh?
They were doing that shit to their own fucking people too. Like, you're old, you're expendable, you're going to use up rations.
Well,
didn't matter.
No, there's no part of war that isn't fucking disgusting, dude. There's no part of war that's not disgusting. Now, the war crimes, trust me, everybody is guilty of some kind of war crime. You know what I'm saying? There's some fucked up shit, whether it's some young girls getting raped, or some stupid shit, or somebody getting their shit chopped off, or war is ugly. There's nothing.
Oh yeah, America, man. Can you imagine if all the war crimes were brought against America for all the shit we've done since, we'll just say, World War II?
Yeah. I mean, there's no
a
part
lot of those soldiers
were
terrible in Vietnam to the innocent people.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand they didn't know who was going to try and kill them and who wasn't, because of that guerrilla warfare. But they didn't treat the women very kindly a lot of times either.
Now, we need to go ahead and start a war against communism now.
Yeah, no, that's what worried me when he was like, "Oh yeah, we'll do that," and then they'll probably start a war with China. I'm like, no. But he's right. Like, that does make money, and when there's wars, you see a lot of money coming into the economy.
Mm-hmm.
You see a lot going into.
There's a lot of war profiteering going on, for sure.
Yeah.
You seen that movie War Dogs with fucking Seth Rogen, right?
Yep.
Okay. Shit, man.
As much as I'm not opposed necessarily to violence, I oppose war. Because war, you have too many innocent that die for nothing. At least, if you and I get in a fight and you kick my ass or I kick your ass, well, one of us probably did something to the other one.
No, that's true. People have egos too. You know, there's some people who can't take an ass kicking and just call it a day. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, there's guys that get their ass kicked and come back with guns.
Right, exactly. And they come back to try to kill your ass over some shit where they were such a pussy they couldn't take an ass whooping. So
I know. What happened in the good old days when guys would like haven't you guys all seen Grease? They just go out there and they just brawl out, maybe a baseball bat or a switchblade at worst.
Well, as light in the loafers as John Travolta is, buddy. No, honestly, it's a different era now. Unfortunately, we have a bunch of men that have an ego problem. They can't fight anymore. They've been taught it's been mean to be an internet bully type of stupid shit. So there's that. But,
I got bullied a lot when I was growing up, and there's a certain level of like, if you want to call it being bullied, I feel like is good and it builds character, because nowadays, like, they're never gonna get bullied and picked on. Then they get into the real world, and some dude 20 years, 30 years older than them, some old man's gonna say something mean, and they're gonna have friggin' meltdowns.
They're gonna have a nervous breakdown.
They're gonna be like, "Oh my god, that old guy just said this to me," and it's something that when we were younger would have just been like a normal, like
the burn, right? Yeah.
Man, I think we were probably the guys that grew up in the 80s, 70s, and 80s. We were probably the last generation that really dealt with like heavy, like picking and bullying. But that's why our generation was the last ones to not be complete utter cucks.
Well, unfortunately, the male dominated society has fallen victim to feminism. I hate to break it to you, America is broken, buddy.
I know. What is this you're looking at? Broken. Oh, Solo?
So, yeah, I'm just, I don't know. This is a really nice pattern too. But yeah, man, I mean, Hex to me looks really good. I'm looking at that shit again. It's a good looking chart.
The only scary thing is like the one guy that owns like 90-something%, and so he can control what it does completely.
Yeah, well, I think it's gonna pull back for a bit.
Yeah.
I think I should just sell my elephant and just have the stable to just DC into it. So I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, Hex, they do have they're one of the most intense like crypto cults that I've come across. I know there's a lot of them, but like we were talking about earlier, like they'll straight shun you from the community if they find out like that you bought anything that wasn't like approved by their community.
So what if Hex does this and comes down to like 5 cents and then pivots? Right, because the daily's overbought, everything's overbought on a shorter time scale. But that means to me we could see a pullback.
What's up, Pop? What, you scared of the ghosts that live in here?
Right, like the hourly looks like shit. 4 hour is, well, 4 hour is just becoming overbought. I don't want to buy it here. So
you ain't getting no more steak, you fucking spoiled bastard. Go lay down.
Just watch Richard Hart's Twitter, and when he goes on a shopping spree, like there's your flag. Like that'll be your buy flag. Because he just dumped a bunch.
He's gonna dump a bunch right now.
Come on, come show me. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go take the dog out.
All right.
Yeah. So like I'm gonna set a price alert here right at support.
Evan, have you guys had a hard winter this year?
No, not at all. Thank God. It's been really.
And we have, bro. Like here, this is the People are saying this is the worst snow that my area has seen this close to March. Like that people that lived here their whole lives. If some people are saying this was the worst winter in like 20 years we've had up here. Yep. Yeah, I'm over winter. I like winter. I'm always like, I like the winter and the snow. Well, till we had a real winter this year. Like a real winter, not like, oh, we had a couple of little snowstorms and I got to shovel some snow and we're good. Like out on my property, I would guess we probably have, 3 or 4 feet of snow. Yeah, I can't even go up there and visit it right now. So much for starting because I wanted to at least get the road cut in onto the property this winter, and that's not happening.
Yeah. We've had a really light winter here. We've had like 40, 50 degree weather. It's like really not been winter.
Damn. Dude, Southern California was having like, I think Northern California as well. Around me in Northern California they were, but they were having like record-setting blizzards in Southern California. Suge Knight, he lives in the LA area, and he said it even snowed at his house the other day for a little bit. It didn't like stick, but the fact that it's snow's falling around LA,
yeah,
that's cold.
Yeah. And you say the cabal doesn't have a weather machine. Y'all doofus, man. Come on, man.
Y'all doofus.
Y'all doofus as hell.
Dude, I got a couple of buddies from St. Louis that two buddies that both swear to me that the arch somehow helps control the weather. Like that if there's a storm coming towards St. Louis and it hits that arch, it comes at the arch like splits the storm and it goes around like the majority of like I guess downtown I think it is, and then it comes back together a few miles down and like continues on. Like they'll still obviously they're not going to avoid all of it, but my buddies, 2 of them have said they've seen like storms come right at that thing and then just split and go around the city, hit like the suburbs mostly.
Well, it does, displace a lot of static electricity. We just keep that in mind too.
Yeah. Well, they never really. A lot of people have thought that there's some sort of use for the arches other than like, oh look, there's big arches there. How cool art. A lot of people have had speculations that it was put up for other reasons.
You want to go down a really weird rabbit hole, Shane?
No, I'm not going to go fall and hang out with flat earthers and.
No, I'm not talking about them motherfuckers.
That's probably along the same lines of if it has to do with like.
No, it's not. It's like mud flood shit. You heard about the Great Mud Flood, right?
No.
Liquefaction. Buildings being buried up to like many levels and shit like that.
Oh, when like all of a sudden the ground turns into liquid, like when there's an earthquake.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, there's a long history about that shit, man. And
people think it's some sort of conspiracy to that intentional.
Well, no. The fact of the matter is, history, at least what they've tried to conceal about it, has pretty much determined that we had a more civilized, a more advanced, technologically advanced society many years before they claim electricity was widely distributed. So they had these antennas that actually collect static electricity, and you can see them collecting static electricity.
Oh, there's how they make electricity. There's other third world countries. That's how they get electricity to their house. They they all have these big antennas sticking out of their house, and it somehow collects the static electricity or something.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
So where do I actually sell elephant without getting fucked?
I don't know.
that 75K really tanned your ass, didn't it? Evan, you still mad at BT about that? You ain't gonna go hang out at his mansion and shit?
Nah, I don't really
Why not?
care
We
about
paid
that.
for it.
eat up all his hors d'oeuvres and shit, and look him in the face and be like, "What? Say something! I dare you to say something."
To sell that though would be pancake.
And to
Yeah.
get
That's what I said. Hey, that's my donkey.
Donnie, what's up, man?
and to get
What's up,
wrecked
boys?
for 10% on my fucking sale.
Yeah.
Fucking wrecked.
And then you're gonna get wrecked probably another 10% to buy Hex.
Really?
I don't think it's quite that high right now. It was really bad, but no, I don't think right now to buy Hex is that bad. It's to stake and unstake it is still crazy though.
Oh, I'm not staking that shit. I'm just gonna swing.
Yeah,
trade
fuck
it.
F that. These dummies stake it for 5. That 5,555 days.
They can eat it. They can
15
eat
years.
They can eat my Hex when it's $2. They can have it all.
Right?
Yeah, here, have it.
Yeah, I'm not staking for 15 years, man.
I don't give a crap if it was the thing that I was, and it has nothing to do because it's Hex and Richard Hart. That just doesn't help. That's Richard Hart thing. Anything, dude. If it even if with our own stuff, if they would have been like, oh, we're gonna stake our own sheep token for up to 15 years, I would have been like, y'all are dumb.
Yeah,
Y'all
I'd be
are
like, fuck you, man.
Bro,
Fuck you
real?
for taking skip for 15 years.
Real?
I'd have been like, y'all are
Fuck
dumb.
yourself.
Okay.
How about that?
Nah, come on. No, see, there's perfectly valid reason why someone would want to lock it up that way, especially if the tokenomics actually work.
For 15
Don,
years,
you're
Donnie,
actually good to have on here. What's a good token that has good tokenomics?
Oh fuck! Don't ask me that right now.
Hey man, have you ever heard of H&W?
Oh.
Oh, hey, baby, what about drip? You ever hear about drip? It's a great deal right now. It's a great deal. You can go buy some drip.
Don't listen to that guy and his drip. Go buy H&W.
Oh my god.
H&W, why? You want some useless ass NFTs, buddy? Shit, fuck out of here.
You're only useless if you're a dumbass and you spent like $270,000 on them that we gave you.
Yeah, well,
So bad.
like I said, the only person that made out on
I mean,
H&W
I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have. They gave me $250,000. I wouldn't have given it back to them.
The only one that made out on H&W was E&J, man.
Right.
E&J was the only
Bro.
one that profited on H&W.
Hold
So
on,
everybody-
didn't Pacecar Mike jump one of the sales that they opened at some stage?
Yeah, he ended up selling like a whitelist for like $5,000 and shit. Smart motherfucker, man.
Fucking oath, man.
No, I would have sold a fucking whitelist for $5,000 too. Somebody want to give me $5,000 for a fucking whitelist? Hell yeah. Shit. Take this fucking whitelist. I'm out. Enjoy.
Bruh. Oh.
Yeah. See, we couldn't all of our board members. We couldn't sell any of it because we were being wallet.
Yeah, y'all were
hard.
beholden to that traitorous ass motherfucker Hobbs. Fuck
yeah. Well, meanwhile, that cocksucker was doing
he
little
was selling on the
backdoor.
backside, calling.
He was doing
everybody
little
else
backdoor
capitalism.
deals, so it wasn't hitting the freaking exchange, and people weren't seeing sales coming from him.
Yeah,
he had his little back.
You guys see? I mean, I'm talking about AVAX here. You guys see this? So I broke this wedge, back tested it, attempted a rally, and now it came back basically to the same low. If this makes a third higher low, that's 3 rising valleys.
That's a perky boob. Remember we had the saggy boob one? That's a perky boob fucking signal.
That's a perky boob, right?
A perky boob signal? Is that a real thing, Evan?
Crooked perky
Please
boob.
tell me
signal.
it's not.
It's not.
Thank you.
It's a crooked.
We also have 4-hour stochastics pointing up. Yeah.
What is that one?
12-hour just turned up. This is an AVAX avalanche.
Okay, and the idea is you want the green to cross over that red on that last one, right, and go up.
Yep. This is momentum. So the next 12 hours, okay, and 12 hours can get 12 hours at a clip, right? So this 12-hour cross down was on February 21, and it took, what is that, 9 days for it to do a full oscillation down. So it took 9 days for a full oscillation down, and the full oscillation down came down to the 212-hour moving average. So like the next 12-hour oscillation is pointing up. So I'm thinking the next 9 days we could see AVAX trade back up to 2160. This is the bottom of the wedge. This is the bottom of the consolidation, and obviously this is all contingent upon Bitcoin in the next 9 days going back up to, well, let's look at the 12-hour on Bitcoin, right? We know that the 9 day it takes 9 days for a full oscillation, and we got the full oscillation on Bitcoin, right? It topped out on the 21st, and it's now March 1st, and we got the separation up in the cross up, right? You see the separation on the two lines. Yep. And the green crossed the red, which means the green is the buyers, and the negative momentum. When the green crosses the red, that means that's a buy signal, right? So the buy signal flashed here, which was on this day, the 28th, which was 2 days ago. That's when we started this rounding out, and that's interesting that we're rounding out right here along this channel up. Beautiful. Looks really good, guys. Don't be scared right now. This looks actually really bullish. All right. So 12-hour oscillation up. The next 9 days, we're going to see $27,000. Heard it here first.
And what coin was that again?
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. So go buy about 10 Bitcoin, Morpheus.
Yeah, I got that. Sure, I'll just pull it out of my ass, Shane.
You just sold your Durango that you loved. You should. I mean, that you probably got at least $100,000 for your Durango, right?
No.
I mean, it had the V6. It's got to be rare as fuck.
Fucking eat a dick, dude. Basically, I sold my Durango for what it would have cost to replace the rims and tires, dude. Yeah, I got fucked on that. Okay, all because I couldn't keep it. It's just a lot of bullshit that went along with it, man. A perfect storm of circumstantial fucking garbage, but that's all right. Shit happens. Shit comes, shit goes, man. You know what I'm saying?
So, I know.
It is what it is, you know.
So this isn't perfect though. Like, you know, we got a nice perfect oscillation here, and we might. I mean, you know, if something shitty happens, it could just turn its wheels right here, like it did here. It like turn its wheels here on February 4th, where we hit a resistance, and it just decided to start dumping here. So, you know, but this was after overbought candles. So after overbought candles, we got the dump, right? Now we're not really overbought. We're just kind of sitting in a range, and we're teetering right below the range high. So to me, we broke it, right? We briefly broke the range and came back to use this area as a support, right? So far it's being supported. Let's see if we can actually break back above it and hold 24K as support. Because
unlike Morpheus's kids, it's being supported.
Oh, it's like that, huh, motherfucker?
Damn.
Okay,
Shots
that's a low
fired.
blow. All right, okay, that's cool, man. I'll start bringing up the fact that you
I actually think it's gonna if and when it does break here, it's just gonna. I think we're gonna do some stupid candle where it just goes, 17% move. Some crazy shit. Nice to see. Some crazy shit on Bitcoin, because if you look, there isn't a lot of traded volume here, and so whoever's shorting here, they're just going to squeeze the shorts, and we're going to get a short squeeze, and it's going to rip to 27K and probably get rejected there. Because
is blue your buyers and on that those side candle things?
Yep,
blues buyers. Okay,
yeah.
Oh yeah, because you got almost nobody fucking putting sell pressure up there.
That's right.
Well, you know, I project next year Bitcoin is going to go fucking crazy high. And here's why. All them same motherfuckers that figured out they could launder money in crypto for political fucking gains last time, they're going to do the same shit this time. There's going to be a bunch of fucking psyops and bullshit, and they got to pay these fucking actors off, buddy. How they going to pay them? They're paying them in Bitcoin. I promise you. So watch out. It's coming.
Sure.
And in other flat earther news.
Wow, right, you dick. All right. Okay. Don't listen. Just mark my words.
He's all, don't listen, just go buy XRP.
I'll go buy some Cabal coin, huh? All right.
Just buy Solo. It's the only one that's actually rallying right now.
Eat some bugs on the way to
Honestly,
buy your
y'all need to get yourself some underground shelter type shit, because they say end of times would bear a 2-headed snake. Well, I saw a video of a 2-headed snake yesterday. No fucking joke.
Well, I've seen videos before of 2-headed snakes.
Yeah, I've seen 2-headed snakes. That's nothing new. I've seen plenty of those.
I think that they had one at the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum Dead. I believe that they had one there though.
Yeah, no, this one was alive. 2 heads actually working.
What kind of snake was it?
Some weird fucking snake from Texas. I don't know.
Oh, it was a bush
he's
snake.
not some kind that's probably not trying to kill you, unlike here in Australia where everything wants to kill you.
It was one of those. It was one of those Jesuit bush snakes, huh? Okay, got it.
Bush snakes. Man, that's probably where it was. It was probably on the evil ass Bush family's freaking ranch down there. They probably got a plethora of 2-headed snakes. Man, those guys try and act like that family's Christian now. That's some evil peoples.
Nah, they Jesuits, man. It's cool.
Yo, what?
Jesuits.
What's that?
We'll talk about it sometime, Donnie.
Uh-huh.
It's secret society bullshit. Anyway.
Oh, right. Like Anonymous. Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, I they're on the list of motherfuckers that.
The Bush family always gets overlooked as how powerful they are.
Yeah.
People always talk about the Clintons, how bad the Clintons, the Bidens, the Bushes. I voted for Bush Jr. his second run, and I honestly think I think Biden is a worse president than him. I think the only person worse than Biden, I think, was Bush Jr.
Well, Bush Jr. rotated the Republican stars to turn them into pentagrams, buddy. They used to have two points that landed on the ground.
Yeah.
Then they got rotated to the 1 point pointing down. They're pentagrams now, but that's what he did. I'm just telling you.
And his dad wasn't like, his dad was just a, one term, did nothing but try to start a war and lost.
Bro, remember we were just talking about oscillations on this thing? So this is the Solo coin, okay? I know you guys don't like Cabal coin or whatever, but I'm just trading this to make some money. So for me, when I'm looking at this, just looking at the oscillator, okay, when it started topping out over here in November, okay, well, I guess the price tops out before the oscillator crosses. So maybe we should look at it like a 3-day chart. So let's look at a 3-day. When did this oscillator? So yeah, the 3-day oscillator right at the pivot. The 3-day peaked October 31st. That was after this massive wedge break it made. And this thing 4x during the bear market. Look at that. This was a crazy pump. I call this is when I bought it. I bought it here, 13 cents. I'm still holding the bag. I didn't sell it here because I was in and out of the NICU with my son, and whatever. This was in October. I thought this is the bottom of the market. Why would I want to sell shit? Right. Fine. So I'm still holding this thing because I think this thing's going to go to a couple bucks. All right. And let's go back to the 3-day oscillator. So the 3-day oscillator actually is coiled. You see how it's coiled up here? And if you go to the longer time scale, you go to the 5-day or the weekly chart, the weekly is just starting its move. So that means this thing has major upside, implied movement, major upside on this coin. Right. Now, if we go to Hex, I'm only saying that because I like the chart of Hex. Hex is already all the way the F up here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm just saying, well, here's the monthly. The monthly on Hex is just starting. So short term, I think Solo does some stupid shit, probably goes to $1. And Hex can maybe pull back a little bit. Right? The 3-day is already starting to show topping on the momentum. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to buy Hex right now. But yeah, solo coin. That could be a good trade for you guys right now. Right? And volatility just spiking, right? 3-day chart. When it just started spiking here, what happened? It went nutso. It went from 14 cents to 40 cents. Like what? 3x. Okay, so I think similar move is happening here. Cool story. Everyone got quiet. Go back. go back to what you guys were talking
Sorry
about.
about that, man. Sorry, I was kind of off in La La Land over here.
That's all right. I'm obsessed
working
with
on
charts.
some shit.
I'm obsessed with charts and understanding what they're going to do. So you can
So
ignore
like, is that like foreplay? You like throw charts on the TV screen, flipping through, and your wife knows like it's go time. You're like, oh, hey, honey.
Exactly.
Wow.
She's like, can you turn the charts off this one time?
Oh no.
She has asked me to do that. I'm just kidding.
She's like, yeah, you guys got to come to fucking Carousel with us.
We're gonna cure a cow with you.
Cure a cow with us too. You can do that, whatever.
Cure a cow. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna be able to do it because my wife's kind of saving her days for our future next child.
Oh, you guys are gonna try and have another one here soon?
Yeah, probably. I'll just have 2 kids. Call it a day.
Yeah. So there's good and bad to have them real quick. Good because you get them out of the way. Then they have someone close in age that they can always play with. But then bad, they have
Financially, it's bad.
Yeah, that's where it's bad. The other bad is so there's a 2-edged sword having them real close. It's a good thing because they always have a playmate that's about the same age. It's bad because they have someone to fight with all the time that's about the same age.
Well, we're gonna have a boy and a girl, so I don't know if it's gonna be that bad.
It will. It was me and my sister.
Who's
My
older?
sister.
Sure, your sister's old. Yeah,
yeah.
so he's gonna have a younger sister. So in theory, he should want to protect her.
He'll be my sister would still protect me, but it was kind of like I'm the only one allowed to beat him up, kind of stuff, you know.
Right. I think it'll be okay.
And we have the twins that are boy and girl. They fight still all the time.
Yeah, nothing's perfect. Nothing in this life is perfect. So.
But getting them out of the way, might as well. You guys are starting to get old, for kids, because as you get older, when they're like running around, you don't want to be like 60 years old trying to keep up with a 10-year-old.
Right, for sure.
That's when shit just gets difficult, I'd imagine.
Yeah, at this point, you guys are both still at a good age. Whereas the kids get older, you'll still be able to, keep up with them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the plan, man. That's the plan, Stan. So.
Yeah. Just don't do what I did, folks, and have 3 kids by the time you're 24. Or have 4 kids by 24 like Ian J did.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it doesn't sound like a terrible thing if you have the money to do it.
Most people at 24 don't have the money to do it, and I didn't. But I managed. We survived, and my kids never lived in the ghetto. Never lived in a shitty, part of town.
It's good, man. That means you provided well for them.
It wasn't easy. I wanted to beat them instead of provide for them, but I knew that white children love to threaten to call the cops. Go ahead.
Look at this. See how I said we're about to print a candle that could be a reversal candle?
Yeah.
Look what's happening. It's turning green.
What's that? AVAX?
Yeah. Yup. This is a solid project too. I kind of want to buy this one also. Dude, there's so many I want to buy right now. I just don't have all the capital in the world to just rip into some of these coins right now.
Damn, what is that? Drops. That's has some serious ups and downs.
Yeah, it's literally straight up, straight down type shit. So it's straight down, and then once we start holding these areas as supports, you know what happens, right?
It either goes straight up or straight down according to that.
this thing on this run, when Bitcoin goes to 40K, this thing's gonna go to $80.
Oh, that's our saggy tit
Yes.
indicator right there.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I see him sagging away. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. What a candle coming in here on the hourly. That's yeah, but the momentum isn't really showing anything good. Well, the 15 minutes coming around. She's coming around the mountain.
Yeah.
That one does. It does look like mountains. Look at that, dude.
Yeah. This is a double smoothed stochastic RSI, so it's pretty accurate. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I'm still in my AXS long. My entry is at like 992, I think. And I'm staying in this long because as long as it holds this pennant that it's in, I think big movements will happen. And like, let's go to the 4 hour. The 4 hour stochastics are up, right? So that's a good sign. Let's go to the 8 hour. The 8 hour is also up. The 12 hour is just starting its move up. So I'm going to just stay long this asset based off the 12 hour momentum. And the daily momentum, yeah, so the daily the daily's crossing down. 3 days down, weekly.
And which coin is it?
This is AXS. This is the Nazi coin.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. I think this is going to be good.
The Nazi coin.
Yeah. I don't have a long signal in yet. That's my only cause for concern right now is I don't have a confirmation. But yeah. As long as it's holding the support, I think it should be okay. It's trying to like round out a bottom down here. But I have like a mental hard stop at like 940. If it really starts breaking this shit, 940, I'll just exit the trade. I'll lose some money if that happens.
Yeah.
The daily's long, so there you go. I do have a signal. The daily's long from here and hasn't said to go short.
So until it throws up a short one, even though it's gone up and down, it still is technically in a long.
Technically,
signal.
Yeah, technically.
Until it puts one of those little red ones that says short, right?
Or sell, yeah. The 3 days also still long. Yeah.
What is that little? Does it say buy? Is that what that little green one says?
It says long, yeah.
Long, and then what do those yellow ones say? Because you can't really see it on.
This
here.
says pivot, which means that it could pivot here, meaning it could go down from here, and that's exactly what it did do. It did go down, right? But they're not always perfect. Like this pivot, if you bought on this pivot, you would have caught maybe a little bit of a pump, but it's not perfect. These pivots, you got fucking wrecked on this shit. But yeah, you go to like the 4 hour pivots are pretty good. It's not perfect. It's all right.
I'm back. What did I miss?
Oh man, there was a bunch of fat white women coming on here saying, "Y'all know any brothers that are conservative and want to go for a cruise on flat Earth with me?" And we were like, "Damn!" We're like, he just walked away.
Like, no, sure don't. Go get yourself on a diet. Eat a fucking salad, bitch.
Eat a fucking salad, bitch.
Hey, this man's white genes. That's when his white genes kick in when you start talking about him getting with a fat girl. He'd be like, "Oh hell no, that bitch gonna need a salad."
Yeah, she need a salad. She needs some
But
Slim
then
Slow.
the brother knew was taking that salad and just dumping fucking probably grease right out of the fryer on it, huh?
Grease lightning, go grease lightning. Oh, jeez.
Huh?
Nobody got it. That's all right.
Yeah,
That's
grease
very
lightning.
funny.
Yeah, that's okay. My jokes are lame. I'm aware of that.
You're working on it, man. It took like 2.5 years for you to even crack the first joke around
Yeah,
us.
come out of your shell and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do?
I would expect nothing but the top notch knock jokes coming from you too.
Why's that?
Just because you seem like the kind of guy that would have the top notch knock jokes.
There's no going back now, Evan.
Dude, Bitcoin is just doing nothing. Literally nothing.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually doing something. It just made a double bottom on the 15-minute chart. And another higher low. Huh. We're going to wake up tomorrow to a green Bitcoin day.
I hope so. I want every day to be a green Bitcoin day.
That can't happen. Although this does not look very good.
What's that?
We have a weekly early sell that's in. But this could change if there's price action before Sunday. But yeah, we
sell options on. They do options on Bitcoin.
Yeah, they do on Deribit or whatever.
It's just like the same as like options with the stock market.
Yeah. Basically.
You ever do it?
Nah, I don't fuck with crypto options.
Not your thing, huh?
Nah. Just a
First I ever heard of
swing.
that.
Just a swing trader. So Zen, are you short? Are you in puts? Or are you in calls? Or are you a type of guy that trades a spread? Because that's the best way to do it. Trading spreads. Spread trader. Spread.
What are you trying to say?
Sounded like my grandma.
Sounded like he was trying to be German.
Yeah, sounded like my grandma.
I am German.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, party, yeah.
Yeah, das eine Hitler tried to kill my whole family. Yeah.
He's a German Jew. Yeah.
That's right.
Wow. That got dark really, really quickly.
Das eine Nazis. They tried to kill.
I am funny bot.
I am wrecked bot.
Oh, shit.
Hey, at least the Nazis gave up trying to kill all the Jews when they went to Argentina to hide out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Hitler hid out there pretty well for a while.
Did you ever see that show they made? What was it called? Like Finding Hitler or something, where they talked about like
Finding Hitler.
I can't think that's what it's called. Yeah, where it showed like all the supposed proof and evidence that because we know a lot of high-ranking Nazis did escape down there because they got caught and they've been brought to justice. But a lot of people say Hitler did. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Hitler just shot himself.
Bro, all the freaking conspiracies that you know about, you've never heard about the one of Hitler going off to Argentina?
I've heard something similar. I wouldn't say I've heard of that particular.
It's a pretty good show. I think it was on Netflix, I believe.
Netflix.
Yeah, it came out a few years back. But it was pretty cool. It's, you know, it made me. I mean, I don't disbelieve either way that he died in the bunker or that he got out.
Either way.
What's that?
Either way.
Either way.
He's making fun of you, Shane.
Either way. Either way.
Did I say? Oh, did I say ether?
No, you didn't.
This is a NODEITALL joke. I
was just making it crypto friendly related. Yeah, this is a lame crypto joke.
It's all right. Man. Well, we need someone to make crypto jokes. We got a guy that makes crypto music already.
Very true.
Correct. I thought I had a cell signal on Tether on the daily. I do. Multi-range is better than this shit. Oh, brother. Come on, Bitcoin. Just hold the line. Don't do anything stupid here. This was a break and a back test. Not much of a break, though. Just, no. If we don't engulf this candle, I think we're okay. Yeah,
guys, I gotta get off here. So I'm the only other one that could end the broadcast.
So
all right, catch you later.
Call it Shane.
When
Lambo.
Lambo. Burgundy Lambo.
Oh, buddy, you want the Burgundy Lambo, eh?
That is right.
Oh, you got to be nice.
Do the pizza roll again real fast before you leave.
What? Oh, the pizza roll? You want the DS Crypto?
Jesus Christ, guys! Hey, thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for joining us. Go get yourself some freaking pizza rolls. Go get yourselves your Ultimo cards, and yeah, let's do it.
Oh God.
When Lambo, yellow Lambo. 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 Shooting to the moon,
and go.
I wanna palm, palm, palm. You wanna palm, palm, palm. She wanna palm, palm, palm. You wanna palm, palm. I wanna palm, palm, palm. You wanna palm, palm, palm. She wanna palm, palm, palm. You wanna palm, palm. Let's go, guys. Palm, palm, palm. You wanna palm, palm, palm. She wanna palm, palm, palm. You wanna palm, palm, palm. You wanna palm, palm, palm. She wanna palm, palm. Lambo, yellow Lambo, when Lambo, yellow Lambo. I wanna palm.